go. Let's just check the YouTube studio. Can someone check Twitch real quick and make sure
I am always checking Twitch.
Yeah. Hey, while we're doing it, can you guys help me out with something?
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah, what?
Oh, my friend group, as you should hopefully know, is currently Women's History Month. And so this game has been going on with my group at college, where to celebrate Women's History Month, we are trying to name more historically important women than anyone else in the group.
Oh my god, that's kind of funny.
Okay.
Yeah, and I need more. I need to win. I need to be the better ally.
Okay, let's see.
Oh god.
The first that came to mind, Rosa Parks. This is gonna be hard.
It's got to be obscure because this is like.
I know
you guys have probably already gotten
one.
Marie Curie, right?
Betty Ross.
Yeah.
Marie Antoinette.
Oh, here's the thing: they can't
Susan
be
B.
pop
Anthony?
culture.
What?
Yes,
What do you
on all
mean?
of those. No, none of you named pop culture. I just remembered the rule. Like the big thing is
Can't
no
be
pop culture.
Probably can't be like mythology either, right?
No mythology either. We had to rule that out because one guy kept naming Greek gods.
Yeah.
So can't be pop culture and can't be mythology. That's easy.
I was about to start pulling fate names out of my ass, so.
Fate names count if they are real people. However, you can't name a guy that got turned into a girl.
Yeah,
I
know that much. I know that much. That was not something you need to clarify, Kane.
You guys are not the first group.
Say Shogunman?
Oh yeah, say
spell that?
Shogunman. She's a real person.
Susan B. Anthony, Marie Antoinette, Queen Elizabeth. She's dead now.
If you name Queen Elizabeth, it counts as every Queen Elizabeth in history. That way you can't say Queen Elizabeth fucking 9 times.
Okay,
True.
that checks out. I'm pulling up the Fate Go.
Here's another sub rule. They can be like actors or musicians or athletes, but they have to have contributed more than just being that. So like, oh god, what's the example? Caitlyn Jenner counts because despite the fact that she's only known for A, being a Kardashian, and B, being a gold medalist, she helped push trans rights into the public spotlight.
Here's a fun one. I don't know. You guys would have to debate on whether or not this counts. This one's
Florence
a Fate
Nightingale.
character. Florence Nightingale's a good one. There is this. I don't know how to get into it. There's this person named Chevalier Dayon. And I think it's usually they're considered to be they had very androgynous physical characteristics, and so they would often act as a woman when they were
born a man.
A spy. So generally I think after death it was discovered that they were mostly male, but they did serve as a female in the court of Empress Elizabeth of Russia.
Now I'm wondering.
So that would be like you'd have to debate that with the people in your group. But
is Abigail Williams seen as significant?
I would not. We're really gonna pull out Abigail Williams?
Wait, let me Google Abigail Williams.
Don't use Abigail Williams. Trust me, don't use
Abigail Williams does count.
Okay.
Because
I looked it up. I've served. I want to start participating more because I've mostly served as a ref rather than the player because I like being a referee. But Abigail Williams counts. There's also, this is another one I'm excited to pull out. Lilly Satou, who is the only known, like the only recorded accused witch in Scotland.
Oh yeah, we got a 7x7 bingo this.
Wait,
what the fuck?
We got a 7x7. CD and I talked about this last time. We're gonna do a 7x7 bingo for the last
CD
one.
in chat.
CD is in chat, yes.
Oh damn.
CD, I need
What
you to
the
name
frick? I'm sorry.
important women.
CD, on your thing, on Twitch for me, your name is like yellow, and I don't know if I've ever seen it any other color than like.
He's under his alt right now.
I was gonna say like CD4 CT is usually purple, and it threw me so much off.
I think you could probably pull out Boudica, right?
Who?
Just look her up.
But how do you spell that even?
Boudica.
Say that again.
Was a queen of an ancient British Iceni tribe who led a failed uprising against the conquering forces of the Roman Empire in AD 60 or 61.
Here's my favorite sub-rule. Because they are so rare in recorded history, you are allowed to name famous female serial killers.
Ha!
We added that. However,
kind of funny.
Oh, okay. That actually does wrap back around to the person who's female presenting was found to be male. Oh, well, actually, no. You can't use Jack the Ripper because we don't know their gender. They have to be confirmed. So,
you guys got Jeanne d'Arc yet?
Yes, Joan of Arc is generally the first name.
Cool. I had to bring it up just because it's like the first one.
Yeah, shoot anything. It still will remind me and keep it in mind.
Hold on. I guess this is gonna be the beginning of the stream, I guess.
Yep.
Wait, what? Oh, I haven't watched.
Okay, that's a mythological figure. That is.
Are you going down
bend.
the figure?
That's another mythological figure. This is a pretty funny meme. I'm just going through
The Mona Lisa count?
No, because that falls under pop culture.
Sure, I guess. Eve?
Oh,
no, that's mythology.
Not Eve until we banned religious figures.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mythological figures, because she's technically mythological.
Can we use Helena Blavatsky?
I believe so. How do I spell? Oh, yes, you can.
Is Helen Keller?
Helen Keller does count.
I'm trying to.
I actually already put Helena underneath my list of names to memorize.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But thank you for reminding me.
Do you have to memorize all these and then spout them out one by one?
Yep, you're not allowed to Google them.
Oh,
no. Christ almighty.
And this is where I would quit.
That's the point. It's literally what will happen is at random, one of us will go, hey, y'all know about Sojourner Truth, the American abolitionist? And then I go, oh, no. And then everyone will immediately realize that the game has started and someone else has to name another famous one. And then we keep going.
It's like Last Man Standing.
Yeah, that is
probably
exactly
get started. This
You're right.
definitely counts for a 10-minute history rant, though.
By the way, me bringing up Fate Go is a bingo square, so...
Yeah,
that's right.
There we go.
That is one we get right off the bat.
Free space.
I wanted to start us off with a bang.
Start us off with a bang.
And bang
It's been 8 minutes in and we have not started. I haven't even moved us off the stream starting page yet. To be fair, I do need to still open up the new bingo. My computer's way better organized now, so this is a bit easier than it used to be. Alright, so... Leo... Oh, frick. I was doing some other stuff in Krita earlier, and as such, that brush is way too large.
Oh yeah, I guess last thing before we get started, are you gonna get Pumpkin in here?
Ooh, that is a great idea. I should go.
Oh, Pumpkin would have loved that entire thing.
I'm just gonna be putting names that I remember off the top of my head in chat.
Yes, we'll keep it going.
And Pumpkin can explain them to us.
I think I have a major advantage because I got to talk to some people I know from India and Korea, so I got to learn a lot of really obscure ones, like fucking Rani of Jhansi, who was an Indian queen from 1843 to 1853.
Oh my God, there are so many good ones on the new bingo. I need to go over this real quick, just to make sure that I know, at least have an idea of everything that's on here. I'm gonna go ahead. I think what we just did was an extensive tangent. I'm gonna go ahead and mark off a really long tangent.
You don't say.
Is it a tangent if we started with the topic?
That's a good question. I'll let CD.
Like, we're still on the menu on our end.
There's a new bingo square that was "We forgot pumpkin," so I'm gonna go ahead and mark that one off.
Yeah.
We got that one. No, we don't have that one. That's just, I just remembered that one.
Harriet Tubman. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Mother Teresa. That's another good one.
All right, these are some really good ones, CD. I thank you so much for putting together that bingo board for us.
Oh, fuck. What was her name? I literally just heard it earlier today.
Is
What'd
it
she
Ruth
do?
Bader Ginsburg or Ruth
Ruth
Ginsburg?
Bader.
I figured it out.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and she does count. We after like we've played this game about 5 times so far, and we've decided that political figures are allowed. However, it's judged on a name-by-name basis because you can't just be like, "Oh yeah, this is the 3rd senator for Virginia."
What did?
Fair enough. All right, do we want to actually get started?
Yes.
Okay, took us 10 minutes. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
One last thing. My favorite sub rule: you can't name a pirate.
Fuck you! I was literally about to.
Here's why. There's one guy in our group who knows like 40 fucking female pirates, so we banned them.
Oh my god.
It was too niche a topic and too like it was too powerful.
I see. Pirate niche. I take it you have Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
Cool.
It would be stupid if you did not.
Okay,
It's funny,
I need to stop
we
thinking
name
about this and start actually
The one
playing the game.
composer who wrote for Kingdom Hearts, is that significant
Can't
enough?
be pop culture or an artist. If it's an artist or an athlete, it has to
They have to have
be
done
important
something
for-
else. I'm trying to. I don't
Yeah.
know anything about this person.
like not female, but you can say George Clooney because even though George Clooney is an actor, he also owns a satellite that he uses to help the U.S. military find ISIS hideouts.
I see.
Huh?
This is.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Sounds good, I guess. Checks
Mhm.
out, I suppose.
Oh shoot! How do we get in on Lily's route?
So what we can do basically to get on a Hanako's route is because her and Lily's are pretty closely intertwined. We've already seen all of Lily's common route scenes, and so there's literally a divergence point that is just a single question, and it's this question right here. Top option gets us on Hanako's route, and the bottom option gets us on Lily's route.
Oh really? Okay.
Yes.
So pick the top option.
Fuck Lily.
We're gonna go through Hanako's route again.
It'd be a
Wait, the stream started.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is a good point, CD. That would be a really funny. That would be a really.
You texted
funny one,
Pumpkin?
though. I did text Pumpkin. I unforgore about Pumpkin.
I don't have an engine statement for Hanako. I've tried crafting one, but there's just no way to like immediately click into it. So what I do is I just open the Twitch chat and I start reading it like a Ford commercial, and then I just slowly transition into the Hanako voice. Have you ever seen some eye-catching new horizons for our Katawa Shoujo blind playthrough? Well, how to use tags, visual novel.
Oh, have you guys seen the stream title yet? I didn't. Kane and
did just
bring-
read it out loud.
Huh?
I did just read it out loud.
I know that's why I brought it up, but I don't know everyone else would know that or not.
Sure.
Because Kane and I workshopped it, and
I love it.
Fun one.
That's why she was so fine. Oh no.
we got I crammed a double faux pas into the
Yeah.
stream
Catching new
title.
horizons.
But yeah.
Social faux pas.
Anyways, let's get started. We are going to go for a walk in town. Following Hanako to the library seems a bit intrusive. There was a reason she left the classroom after all. And that aside, I do want to catch up with Lily. At the very least, I'd like to thank her for looking out for me despite her other, obviously taxing duties. I guess I'll walk around town. With any luck, I should be able to find Lily. The exercise will do me some good as well. Walking through the school courtyard to the gate, I give a small nod to a couple of passing classmates, the gesture being returned in kind. starts with your fun, ends with my fun. 2 for 1, 8+ out of 10. Even from here, the shouts of the sports club members can be heard. From the sheer volume of the din, the track must be packed right now. Remember what Lilly said yesterday about being dropped right in the middle of a busy time for the school. I'm trying to get my bearings.
I forgot. We're before the festival. I'm sorry.
Jesus, okay.
That just was like a kickback moment.
I do also I just realized that I spelled Lily's name wrong in the stream description, so I'm gonna go fix that real quick. Okie doke.
Would be
Lily
good to
shouldn't be spelled with 2 L's.
Yes,
Don't
there's
like
2 L's and I wrote it with 1.
Yeah, I don't like that. Should be 1.
Well, if you're
How could
naming
you?
someone after the flower, it's 1 L, right?
No clue.
Let's Google that.
Fucking alright, I'll just go ahead and mark off Googling something. It's
Lily
on here
flower.
somewhere, Googling.
Correct. Lily is spelled with 1 L as the flower.
Okay,
Correct.
sweet. Wait, CD, did we count that as really long tangent? I forgot to ask you earlier, because the whole bit at the beginning. If we never were on track to begin with, does it count as a tangent still? Or is it just us getting in gear?
Entire lily plant is toxic. The stem, leaves, flowers, pollen, and even water in a vase.
And people
What?
still call her best girl. I don't get it.
It was just a very strongly worded little thing on the FDA about how lilies are toxic.
I mean, I guess if they really are that bad for you, okay.
Just don't eat it.
Oh yeah, we have like all of the old
Oh, fuck.
Hisao is blank squares back. That's CD. That's one that CD
All right,
brought
because
up.
we got.
Clown app. Not CD. Yusa.
I was gonna find all of them, but I can't be bothered right now. I'll find them as they come up. The horror begins anew. Well, I'm trying to get my bearings and catch up on study that I've missed. Everyone else is doing normal school activities. The feeling of being a foreigner still hasn't dissipated, at least not yet. So you'd say no on the tangent thing, CD? Well, I guess not everything's bad. This is a private school, and that much is easily noticed when walking around outside. Not only are the school grounds huge, but the buildings themselves are immaculate and quite divorced from the dime a dozen concrete blocks of public schools. There's also the fact that there's a much stronger feeling of community here, or at least a friendlier atmosphere. In my old school, it was generally accepted that people would keep to their little clique and be done with it. Eventually, I reach the gate and begin to walk down the road into town. Alright, cool, CD. Well, that was fairly productive. Having seen a fair portion of the town, even including the houses perched on the hills around the outskirts, I decided to take a walk around the park before heading back. Living in the city all my life, the total lack of smartly dressed businessmen and fashionably dressed girls strikes me as incredibly unusual.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not realize. Is there a difference between clique and cliche?
Clique and cliche.
It's
Clique is like a small group. Or
Cliche
community.
is a...
How do you?
stereotype.
What's the difference between spelling?
in
Uh,
accent.
You and
Click.
sick?
Actually,
Oh.
I think it's literally just an accent. I gotta...
I'm pretty sure cliche is spelled C-L-I-C-H-E, while click is spelled
you're correct. It's-
Okay, wait, is it
it's-
Yeah,
Click
click
or
is just
cleat?
with a straight up Q.
Yeah,
Hold
click
on.
is with a Q-U-E, cliche is with a C-H-E.
I need people to tell me
I have
if
put
I
the
have.
2 in Leo's den.
Oh yeah, cliche with the she.
Putting something in
Clique.
Leo's den is a new bingo square.
Oh,
Fudge.
Okay, it's
I'll
clique,
double down.
and it's spelled with a Q.
Yep.
Not at
Yeah.
all related to cliche.
Hamster.
Rat.
Hamster,
Oh,
rat,
wait.
what?
Brick
Wait.
the Rat from Pizza Tower.
Oh, is that game? Has anyone tried that game?
I've
Probably
played the
Grease.
demo. I'm really bad at it.
It looks funny.
Priest, you
Yeah.
playing Pizza Tower right now?
Well made.
No, I'll go tell you exactly what Priest is playing since he's not responding. Let's see.
Wait,
I'm just gonna look it up under his Discord.
Priest. You didn't
No,
fall
I'm pulling up
asleep
his Steam.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, where the hell Priest go?
I'm gonna try to find it.
Oh my god, he's not playing anything right now.
He could be asleep.
He
He's
died. Priest is asleep.
Oh,
He
no.
booted up 2 games right before stream started though.
Was he talking before? I don't know if I've
He
heard
was,
him talk
yeah,
off
for a
screen.
brief minute. Well, he's in the Discord call, so maybe if we make a dumb enough joke, he'll wake up.
I am instantly tried to think of something and failed. So.
Anyways,
I
all
can't
that's to be
force
seen
feed.
are the odd elderly person shuffling along the sidewalk and assorted, busily chatted pairs of middle-aged women outside of small storefronts. Walking along the road to the park quickly distracts me from them, though, making me realize that perhaps I pushed myself further than I should have done to see as much as I could. As my breath begins to wheeze and my chest tightens more and more, I give up on the prospect of soldiering on. After a quick glance around the park as I enter, I take a seat on a wobbly old bench that I notice near a couple of vending machines. For minutes on end, I sit with my head bent over, forcing myself to take deep breaths. I feel more like an old man than a teenager who should be in the prime of his life. The stay in the hospital, the surgery, and the medications must be taking their toll on me. Damn it. Eventually, my breathing returns to normal and the muscles in my chest loosen. Not without a fair measure of relief. I guess this means the end of my little sojourn, though, in any case, I can't be certain that's how you pronounce that.
I'm gonna go Google it. You keep reading.
I keep thinking of Sojourner Truth, the American abolitionist.
Yeah, that's right.
I just accidentally got that. That's cool.
Okay, it took my brain a second to catch up.
Is that an Amori reference, CD?
Wait, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what it's a reference to.
Oh no, it's a Persona.
The vending machines.
Because of all the
yeah. By the way, mentioning Amori is a bingo square now.
Damn it.
I like how getting a bingo square has now turned into a bad thing. Because it means we're just that predictable.
Or just that good at
CD
being
and I
bad.
joke about the vending machines in Persona streams because you have to buy. Well, it's nice to buy a ton of sodas from the vending machines because some of them will restore SP. We don't have Persona references on the bingo board now, do we? I didn't see them earlier, so I think we should be fine.
Persona reference?
Persona reference? But yeah, that was bringing up Amori is now a bingo square. So,
all right, come on.
There's a cafe on the far corner, so I'll stop by to quench my thirst before heading back. A little bell above the door signals my arrival to an empty counter. For a few moments I stand there waiting, my eyes every now and again drifting from one end of the counter to the other, searching for a service bell. Eventually, a door some ways behind the counter opens, the person emerging from it taking me by complete surprise.
Yuko?
Oh wait.
I had no idea you worked here.
I really have no idea how to address her either, given that she is technically school staff as well as apparently a waitress.
Yeah, hold on.
Breezy? Actually, it's probably just going to be Kane's.
You can use Kane.
Real quick, one last try. Priest!
Yeah?
Oh,
he's here!
He's here. What the fuck? Where were you, Priest?
I got a bowl of ice cream, so I've just been eating that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Woo!
Do you want me to do the line, or do you want to...
Oh, it's gonna melt, so you got this.
You got
it. Wait. What flavor?
Okay, well, I got cookies and cream and mint chocolate.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yeah!
Yeah.
That's a good combination.
I've never been quite as big of a fan of mint chocolate as some other people are, but I do really love cookies and cream.
You're in the weird, but not us.
Cookies and cream.
Oh, yes, I'm...
She quickly paces up to the counter before flinging her upper half downwards in an overacted bow.
Welcome to Shanghai Mexico.
Straight down to
Yuko
business.
feels like a Beyblade. Like you have
Hold
to
on.
like pull the
One second.
string. And
Cleaning
then
my
she just
glasses.
goes.
Fucking Beyblade.
I
We actually
don't
now
know.
have a bingo square for revving the engine, and I feel like we've done that at this point.
You still don't
we-
have the chainsaw man.
Three
sound.
people have talked.
Well, no, I was referring earlier to when Kane was doing the whole Hanako bit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'd say that counts.
Ford commercial.
I don't remember what advocate... Oh, yeah, advocate. Good.
I don't know.
Chocolate advocates here. No, there's nothing. I do think
I thought
that
you were
chocolate is
saying
good. It's
your
just
Danganronpa line.
there are other ones I like more.
No.
I don't know.
It just feels like we've stopped so much already.
I'm so sorry, Murak. We're so mad at this. Go,
Like, we
please.
stopped 3 times to talk about pronunciation
I
and
need to-
definitions. I don't know. I don't know. Well, some coffee, please.
I hope you all know that I have like that entire script memorized at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, it won't let me open the fucking preview for some. Okay, there we go. It's in the mirror. Okay, take 2.
Beyblade fell over.
It's certainly make it right and bring you to its done.
The Beyblade flew out of the arena.
I really did.
Thanks.
Yuko's formality takes me aback. She seems to take her job very seriously. Obeying her instructions, I turn around and quickly glance around for a free table. Considering the cafe seems to be empty, this is a simple task to accomplish. As I walk towards a table adjacent to the window, I notice a flash of yellow around one of the table dividers. Sure enough, no more than a glance is needed to ascertain that it's a certain Sato at the table. That said, I don't recognize the suited figure across the table from her. Blonde, fair-skinned, and only a little shorter she? I think she must be a relative. Since the two are all but silent as the suited figure takes a swig from a cup of coffee, I decide to greet Lilly. Some part of my coming here was in order to meet her, after all.
It was?
You missed that?
I did, but I've been doing calculus.
I don't
Just
like
go.
Hold on, do we have... Oh god, what was it? You know what? I feel like we should have just gotten a bingo square.
I will be right back.
Oh, someone being busy with something else. Is that on the bingo square anymore?
I mean,
School of us are doing homework.
no, he's asking if it's on the square, not if anyone's done it.
I can't...
I'm always
oh,
fine.
no, I just found it. It's totally on the bingo board.
Nothing ever
Mark
has
that
more than
off.
10% of my focus.
Are you
That's
sure?
not something I'm proud of.
Alright. Oh, no. I have to start voicing Lily again. Alright. Hisao.
Nice to see you again. I don't know why I said it like that.
It sounded like you were doing Kane's inflection just at a normal speed for Yuko. Oh wait, we should have the Yuko's many accents. There we go. We got that bingo square too.
I want to draw Yuko as like a ghost now, because that's kind of how she talks.
The suited
True.
girl looks up, noting my uniform with a relaxed smile.
Know each other, I guess.
It's as good an approximation of our relationship as I can think of. Care to take a seat? She says this to the air beside me, but the message is clear enough, and I take a seat beside her.
Fucking dipshit. Yeah, no shit. She says this to the air behind you. She doesn't know where you are.
Is that enough to be ableist Hisao?
Yes.
We do have ableist Hisao on here, I think. I just gotta
He
fucking find
wasn't
it.
super snarky about it.
He
'Cause
said
that's something
she
that would
speaks
come
to the
up
air
in-
besides me, but I get the message. Like, what the fuck? That seems unnecessary. You got the message.
Maybe actually, I'm going.
I'm changing, you're
Tides are
changing your
shifting,
mind on
guys.
that one.
I wonder who she's talking to.
I suppose some introductions might be in order. Hisao, this is Akira Sato, my elder sister. Akira, this is Hisao Nakai, another Yamaku student. Looks like my guess was correct. The newly introduced Akira gives a nod, which I return. What I don't return, however, is the almost analytical gaze with which she looks me over. As she does so, Yuko walks up to the table and carefully places the coffee on the table before bowing and taking her leave.
Dang it, Yuko.
Gently bringing my hand up to the side of the cup, I realize that it's already at just the right temperature to drink. After taking a sip, the flavor turns out to be just as good as the temperature. Yuko seems a lot better at this than being a librarian. I take a good long drink before relaxing into the seat. It takes mere seconds for Akira's examination to come to an end. Apparently becoming quickly bored with the activity, she turns to her sister.
Oh, how's school recently?
It seems Akira is entirely unconcerned with someone she doesn't know at all listening to everything they say. Not that I mind. Leaving them to their chattering, I sit back and continue drinking the pleasantly aromatic coffee. We really have, CD.
Sounds like it's been pretty busy for you then.
At least I'm not cooking your meals after school anymore. As they talk, I slowly realize that I'm entirely unable to gauge Lily's emotions through her eyes, as I would for any other person. It becomes slightly unsettling as I subconsciously focus on that fact.
So cold. Weren't you just cooking for yourself anyway? I only ever got the leftovers.
That's not the point. Are you managing to feed yourself at least?
I can cook without blowing myself up, you know.
I should bring back this joke at least once while we're doing this.
What joke?
And go to the stream.
Mostly.
That's...
It's fine. I needed to learn sometimes anyway.
Whiskers, I probably have to go with
Wait.
some form of chocolate or
I hate young
cheesecake.
adults
I
so
love
much.
cheesecake ice cream flavor.
You hate what?
You good choice. I hate young adults so much. I had to put up signs telling the people to flush, and a couple
Are you
nights
kidding me?
a couple nights ago, someone drunkenly ripped all of them down. And now, for the first time since putting them back up, someone has forgotten to flush the toilet. So apparently people, actually need a sign to tell them to flush the toilet every time.
That is
kidding me?
actually very disappointing.
Yeah.
That is just...
That hurts me deeply.
I want...
If any people who go to... Never mind.
Anyhow,
Were you about to dox your school and call out some people?
No, the dogs came. Which
Oh.
would be uncool.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, even worse. There, you know what? If anyone goes to college ever, we got our eyes on you.
Flush your fucking toilet.
Thank you. What he said.
Like, grow the fuck up.
all right. Sadly, I'm gonna have to take an L and mark off a bingo square. Marak, did you read this yet?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
Marking
cannot
off the
take the
bingo
Shrek
square, and let's move along.
The Shrek face doesn't move with Akira's
Oh
face.
shit! Hold on, I gotta get the Shrek face. I gotta move the Shrek.
It's
You're
just
right.
a floating ghost Shrek.
All right, the Shrek face has been moved. Don't worry about it, guys. You know, and I'm gonna go on I'm gonna try and keep this tangent short. You know, Kane, how you earlier showed the fact that with a lot of these images, they just paste the face over the top of the sprite that has no face.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could go into the files and replace Oculus faces with
Sadly,
various Shrek screenshots, and then it would
here's
just
the
do
weird
my
part.
job for me.
It's only for the CGs. All the character models do have faces, and there's 18 different versions of each fucking character.
So I'd have to go in and edit Shrek over the top of all of them.
Yes.
That's
lucky for
probably
you,
more work than I want to
Wedding
actually
task.
do. I will do the Shrek thing every scene Akido's in. I thought we should bring back the joke though. Wait, did that get read? Did I just skip something?
Yuko alone has no, I did in fact read that.
Cool.
Yuko alone has 40 different sprites.
Oh.
Yuko does.
Yuko does.
Wow. All right.
Go Yuko.
Not really that I know of, CD. There was that one group of people who put out sort of an expanded edition of Katawa Shoujo with the endorsement of the original creators. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, there's an updated version that's put on the newest Renpai engine with some extra disability settings.
Yeah, accessibility features.
Yeah.
But there's not really a big modding. So I'll know about it by now.
I didn't mute.
Everyone present is momentarily distracted by Yuko, who places a cup of tea on the table for Lily. Taking the moment to glance at her watch, Akira levers herself off the seat and gives me a quick nod.
My bad.
Oh, my bad. My microphone was muted.
Go ahead.
Well, I'd better be off. It was nice talking to you, Lily.
Akira, do you have to? Lily looks genuinely mournful at her sister suddenly leaving. It does seem like she might have the wrong idea.
Really hard to take this scene seriously, like Lily being mournful with Shrek's face.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and mark off someone misses their turn.
That's fair.
And Leo can't speak, so... Because I definitely have already fucked up my words multiple times this stream, so... Yeah,
That's a big move.
Sorry, I need to get back to... Nope. Hey there.
It was almost British there.
Sorry, I need to get back to work. They'll be on my neck again if I don't make it back quickly.
So informal. Akira's trim and tidy appearance would give anyone the wrong impression of her. Bye,
All the
Akira.
style. None of the uptight.
Come on. Don't look so down. I'll be around again soon. What the fuck is happening to my accent?
It's becoming like British. You're catching Lily disease.
Catching Lily?
Or
I'm not even sure I'm doing a good British accent for Lily.
Well, that's exactly what
Come
Lily
on, don't
disease is. Partially
Don't look
British.
so down. I'll be around again soon. See yous.
Mhm.
You too, Asahi.
With that, she waltzes out of the Shanghai with her hand held high. Lily still looks pretty depressed, so I try to make some small talk in an effort to take her mind off of it.
Hey now, you're an all-star. She seems nice.
We used to live together, but now that I live at school, we hardly ever see each other anymore. It's a shit accent, I know. It's really bad. I need to work on it.
No, that's what makes it lovable.
Despite Lily... I mean, I think it actually works for Lily's character. It's just not a good accent.
Yeah,
It's not good at being what it's supposed to be.
that's why it's good.
Despite Lily having been quite affable, I still don't really know much about her. In hindsight, it's surprising just how much she's extracted from me, really.
Still live together? Was it somewhere around here?
It was pretty far south, so the trip into Yamaku was fairly long. With her working hours getting longer and Yamaku being so far away, there was little choice in the end but to move into the dormitories. I feel like British people would say dormitories.
I had the same thought.
Shared brain cell moment. Well, that explains the chatter about cooking. Evidently regaining her composure, she livens back up, at least in part. I take it you're better rested now.
Oh, with the who? Sorry.
You sound less exhausted than you did when you first came in. To be able to pick out my breathing like that, she must have pretty good ears.
Yeah. Ended up walking all over town, despite only planning on taking a short walk down here.
Reminded of my thirst from the walk, I lean forward to take a sip. Without further ado, Lily starts on her cup of strong-smelling tea. I guess I'd better get going back to Yamaku. There's only so long I can stall studying for, and I want to get a good night's sleep before the festival. Standing from my seat, I take the coffee-stained cup from the table. You're leaving?
You gonna head back as well? It's getting kinda late.
For a moment she pauses before lifting her face over her teacup as if she was looking at me. Yuko, could we have one more coffee, please?
Okay, I'm going.
That's not subtle.
I imagine her just like rushing by with 20 other orders, just like, it'll be there.
You forget that the Shanghai never has any customers.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that fantasy.
She's still somehow rushing around with 20 orders.
She's still somehow...
Cleaning the
She's
table,
so
she's
far
already
behind.
wiped down like 40 times.
No matter what, she's always balancing like 20 plates of food on top of each other, even though there's only 2 people in the building.
Yeah, we actually get to hear Concord CD. I mean, considering Concord is Lily's theme, technically.
I was gonna say I don't think I heard this much.
I mean, I've heard it, but that's because I listen to the
Fuck,
soundtrack
no.
on a regular basis.
No.
You're a goober.
She gives a short giggle at my frank assessment of her maneuver. Assessment?
I'm sorry. Who's a goober, Caprese? Explain yourself post haste.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, "No, you're a goober."
Yeah, Priest, I think we need some context on that.
Okay, so the full context is that on Smash Bros. You can have different kinds of like control schemes for different gamer tags, right? And so my
Yeah.
friend is super fucked up, and he plays like his jump buttons are reversed, and it's like, but he'll play as player 1, right? So when I go on to play Smash Online, it auto goes to his name. I don't think to switch it, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, so the goober was my friend too. He's a
Doesn't
freak.
know
Oh,
how
you
to play
goober.
Smash normally.
She gives a short giggle at my frank assessment of her maneuver. It's surprisingly childish and carefree, given her otherwise collected appearance.
Wait, what is this song?
Concord.
No, sorry, like the piano in the background reminded me of a song I wrote, which was weird.
Which one?
None of you would know it. It's like Memory in the Snow or something. I'm gonna go look it up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know your songs pretty well, but I don't know that one.
It's posted on the old channel.
Whiskers, can you at some point can you make a playlist on your channel of all your music?
I did. On the
You
old
did?
one.
The
Yeah.
old what the yeah.
You also
Mr. Squid
are-
Whiskers rather than or it doesn't have all the music, but there's like a Terraria Empires playlist and there's an everything else playlist.
Oh, is
I-
that a new...
I only saw the Terraria Empires playlist.
You might not have made the new one public.
That is a bingo right there.
Oh, did I not?
Terraria
What's
Empires
the bingo?
OST, Mr. Squid Whiskers music.
We've got a new bingo square for what
But
track
that
is
doesn't
this
have, like,
slash
the-
getting the track name wrong, so...
But that
Ooh.
doesn't
I'll go
have the
make
Stardew
sure.
Valley Empires theme.
In the meantime, what track was that? I'll figure out. I'll make sure the playlist is public,
Okay.
and I'll post that and whatever music track I'm thinking of in the chat. Don't let me distract us anymore, though.
In the end, though, I have little reason to refuse. To be honest, I can hardly say no, all things considered. Giving a manufactured sigh, I take a seat opposite her.
Wanting company then?
Why a sigh?
I have so much to do.
I'm such a
Genuinely,
busy
though,
man.
Why are you attempting to sound disappointed about this? What social leverage do you think that's going to get you, Hisao?
Is it this one?
I'd say it's more that I was wondering...
Yeah, no.
See, she's in questioning mode again. She does seem to be unusually interested in me, or at least curious. Do you have any siblings? Not exactly an unexpected tangent.
No, only child. To be honest, the idea of having someone that close makes me a bit envious.
Interesting. I raise an eyebrow, which of course goes unseen. The short silence communicates the question well enough. It's just that others have said the same thing before. It's a difficult subject to try and think about objectively, given that I've always had someone like that. I can mostly understand. It's easier to get like a proper a British accent on the longer lines than it is on the shorter lines. Row 1, column 4. Yeah, I already marked that off. I did already mark. That's the Fate Go one, right, CD? I thought I mentioned that, but I did mark that off.
Her cuffs are like 3 times the size of her fucking arms.
What?
The cuffs on her wrists.
Oh, they are pretty large.
Yeah.
They're massive.
I can mostly understand what Lily means, given that it would be hard to place oneself outside of a situation they've been in all their life. She and her sister must have a pretty close relationship. Taking pains to interrupt us as little as possible, Yuko dutifully comes over and places a cup on the table. Lily thanks her as I sit back, taking in this vexing girl in front of me. Despite always seeming to be on her guard and in control of herself when talking to others, She has an almost childlike curiosity about other people. That said, those rare moments she seems Let me try that one again. That said, those rare moments she seems to slightly lower her guard are the most insightful into how she thinks. Reaching forward for my drink, I realized something I probably should have noticed earlier. I think I'm starting to become kind of curious about her. Despite making a good pace, it's already nightfall by the time I reach the large iron gates in front of the school. You added 14. We've got a fair number of squares already, but we're not really close to any bingos. I think the closest we are is 4 out of 7 right now. And both of the rows that have 4 out of 7 are including the free space. Despite making a good... I already read that.
If I had a gate like that, I'd call it the Big Iron.
Oh.
I don't know.
Kane, you wanna interpolate
No,
that
that
into
was
a Hanako bit?
I don't even know how I would do that. Other
Big
than
Iron.
The
literally
big iron on
singing
their
Big
hip,
Iron.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know,
The
could
big
we
iron
sing
on
the
their
song in Hanako's voice?
Wait, what?
Kane's like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Oh, what is this?
All
did I
right,
miss?
fair enough.
To the town of Aquafria, roam the... What the fuck? Rode a stranger one fine day.
A, I'm not in the Hanako voice. B, we're gonna put that in my pocket later for a later date.
Gonna workshop that one.
We're gonna save that.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
I'll remember.
Does that count? That was very brief, but does that count as us singing yet?
No.
Yeah.
That is a returning bingo square as us singing.
We'll just
Just so
have
you
to
guys
No.
know.
catch your song to do it.
Never.
Never. Well, it's nice to have plenty of time to wander around by virtue of living right next to the school. I can't help but get the feeling that very few students actually take the opportunity. Compared to the number of students I see milling around on campus during free time, it's startlingly rare to see anyone around town. Given the large number of accommodations and facilities that the school offers, many of them might simply not see any point in venturing outside, let alone people such as Hanako and Kenji. It makes me wonder if students like Shizune, Misha, and Lily are the exception for this school, rather than the norm. As I wander back to my dorm room, I continue to compare my old school with Yamaku. As I do so, I begin to be surprised that I managed to get even this used to everything that's happened to me. Oh? Passing of time?
Drugs in the hallway. You didn't even get to his room, you just passed the fuck out.
I still love the Thrashing of Time remake.
The thrashing of...
I still haven't fucking heard it.
It's in Leo's
Leo's
thing.
channel.
You just gotta
I love
scroll
how-
up a bit.
I keep forgetting to listen to it.
The next day, I wake up feeling... a
Oh
little-
my god, you're right. I just listened to Whisper's post.
It's
That's
uncanny. I guess
weird.
it's like
Yeah.
the same key.
Whoa.
I will have to listen to that at a time that is not right now.
No.
The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday, though, but the festival as well. Can I move skip mode on this? Oh, I can.
It's the.
I
Ah.
can be.
Oh, I'm Kenji. I don't like women. Yes. I
Ah,
will never treat the other 100 years.
Oh shit, that's a lot of... We're skipping over a lot. Do we want to keep skipping?
We could go to where.
Because right now, this is the scene where
Lily starts talking?
Hisao goes to the Lily's stall, which does technically also happen in Hanako's route.
Yeah.
Let's go to the part where she starts speaking.
Remember, it'll pause when we get the new shit.
I know it will. I'm just... For the sake of completeness, do we want to read this part, regardless?
Out of the.
Well, alright, I'll take that as a keep skipping. There we go. Right. I know what I'll do. Even if it's just one person, I'll make the festival more enjoyable for her. As I place the bowl on the counter, I call out to Lily. Ah, Hisao, you brought it back.
Here.
I slide it into her hands, and she takes it over to someone who is apparently on cleaning duty. Considering that I didn't see them here before, it's probably a penalty for their tardiness.
Hey, Lily.
Oh, God. I would love to see the Out of the Loop remix, Kenji. Also, I look forward to seeing how you turn this into a conspiracy. She perks up and returns to the counter as she hears my voice again, realizing that I'm still here.
Want to go see some more of the festival?
She puffs her cheeks disapprovingly. It looks kind of cute and in complete contradiction to her usually reserved nature.
Don't like this. This is weird. It's the first time in a while we've seen like a new face on Lily.
Oh, whoa, what the frick?
Yeah.
It's not bad at all, but it confuses me.
It's a pouty face.
Great. Yeah.
I don't know
Barely even
why,
pouty.
but I freaking love anime pouty face.
Classic.
It's
You know.
just, it's like one of my favorite anime facial expressions.
Anime refine that like.
It all started
Okay,
with
I don't know.
quintessential
What do you refine?
quintuplets. Quintessential quintuplets was the one that got me.
And that is where that tangent shall end. We do not need to know
Yeah, you're right. We don't need to go any further down
quintessential
that.
quintuplets.
Oh, isn't that Nino? I remember there being a
No,
big
it's
scene with
Miku.
Nino.
Miku's the one who does it a lot. Though, to be honest, they all do it to an extent. It's just Miku does it more than everyone else.
I see.
First name Hatsune, last name Miku.
Yes, that one.
That's definitely the Miku we're talking about.
Of course. I knew it all along.
It takes a few seconds for me to get what she's taking issues with.
I didn't mean to.
Lily giggles at me, exposing her teasing for what it is. You're still not used to the school, are you? She got me. Still, I kind of need to stay with our stall. It's taken until just now to even get everything unpacked. I guess her reluctance shouldn't overly surprise me, considering how much work she's put into this.
Everything seems to be running fine now, though. Besides, you've got extra help on hand anyway.
Lily's... He sounds actually just a schizophrenic.
Wait, what? What does that have to do in this context?
What did
No,
I
I'm
miss?
responding to CD.
Oh.
Now, you see, Lily is a metaphorical figment based on Hisao. Since Hisao is blind to all social skills, this part of him manifested into This is helping me rub
And
my
now this gets into our 1,000 nights of pasta then.
1,000 nights of life.
A boy in the middle of cooking some
Delicious
soba
thing.
noodles turns towards us, grinning.
Go on, Lils. You earned yourself a break. We can hold down the fort for now.
He sounds really excited to be here.
He was definitely not coerced. There is
Go.
no one in the back of the stall holding a knife to this guy's back.
Here, like,
Go on,
straight.
Lils.
Go on, Lily.
Lils.
What if I...
That was a cry
Old
for
buddy,
help.
old pal.
That was a cry for help. She just can't see the person who's holding a knife to his back.
That's what I
Oh.
fucking thought. No, she knows. She's the
She
one
knows
coercing
she's
him.
the one who
Hey, can I take a break, like, holding a knife?
I
Or, like, a
don't think
match
so.
to, like, the candy drawer, or the...
Why don't you
honey
keep
drawer.
cooking that soba,
Yeah.
you fucking peasant?
Oh,
If you say it's okay, then I suppose so. But if you need any help,
Then we'll call you. Go on, we'll be fine.
you better be fine. If I come back and even a single noodle has fallen on the floor, I'll fucking stab you.
Like, you'll fuck it now.
Lily finally gives up her resistance as he waves a spatula at her.
This freaking
She feels her
bitch.
way around the back of the stall and picks up her cane on the way over. I guess the first thing we should do is look for Hanako. Lily seems kind of worried about her, and I doubt she'd be the kind of person to enjoy milling about in crowds like this all alone.
So, I guess we should search for Hanukkah then. Where to first?
Both of us... Actually, hold on. Nope, okay. This part felt vaguely familiar, so I thought I'd check. Both of us go quiet for a moment to think.
Sorry, I just accidentally heard like some words come through on like the background noise.
I
And it
know,
really threw me
it
off.
threw me so off. Like, what?
Maybe she's in her dorm room.
Well, hold on, I'm gonna freaking shift around some tabs real quick. Okay.
Someone just said, "Get away from me."
What?
Oh.
I should start paying more attention to
Toilet.
it.
No, you really shouldn't.
I don't think you want to know what these people are doing.
Unless she's name was also a pigment. No
They
one is
combine.
real. Alright, CD, that'll be the working theory from now on.
Yeah, everyone who doesn't interact with each ever is just not real.
I doubt it. She doesn't keep too many things in there, so she'd have nothing to do. Ah, the library. As good a place as any to search for an avid reader, I suppose.
The library. We'll check there first then.
Aside from the muffled sounds of the crowd seeping in from outside, the inside of the school seems almost deserted. In order to make sure everyone had enough room, I guess all the events were organized to be held outside on school grounds. They're definitely quite large by any other school standards. It's nice and quiet in here, isn't it?
Yeah, much nicer than the hustle and bustle outside.
We take our time and slowly walk through the first floor of the school, eventually reaching the stairs to the second floor. I can't help but notice how Lily anticipates every door and obstacle, her cane remaining still and her hand skating along the hallway railings.
The school well, don't you?
She smiles and nods straight ahead. I've been here for a few years now, so I know where everything is.
Everything?
The dorms still trip me up, though, sometimes.
Where's the vending machine?
I haven't been there as long. They're not as well laid out as the main building. If I'm remembering right, they used to be unused buildings before being renovated and used as dormitories.
Unused buildings.
That explains why the male and female dorms looked different from the outside and why their rooms seem kind of unusual for sleeping quarters.
Oh my god. They found a canon reason for why they have dorms when the university they use for photos doesn't.
Wait. What was their reason?
Brown University just doesn't have dorms?
I don't think it has directly on
Oh
campus.
my god, CD, you're bringing the 7 deadly sins into this?
The 7 deadly sins?
I just
You
What are you
know,
talking about? Oh, that's what you
Greed.
mean. No, I know what the
Nomi
7 deadly sins
agreed.
are. Wrath, envy, greed, sloth,
Wrath is what's
lust,
his name?
gluttony.
Cheats and his dad. Sloth is. I'm just gonna
Kenji?
say Misha, not Kenji. Yep, you're right. Sloth is Kenji.
Envy would probably be Misha.
Envy would be Misha. You're right. Lust would be Emmy.
Wrath would be the nurse.
Wrath. Oh, you're right. That or Cheats and his dad. One or the other. No, that would be Oh God, Pride.
Pride.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Who's next?
I completely forgot what we all
I
just
forgot which ones we've assigned so far.
Wait, what would Rin be?
Okay, from the top. Name the first sin, and then we'll name a character.
said. Wrath.
Kenji,
I thought
No.
we were doing the nurse.
the nurse. Sorry,
Alright, envy is Misha.
Envy's Misha.
Emmy is Lust.
Greed.
Emmy, greed. Ooh,
Shizune?
Shizune, I think, would be the best one.
she's in it. Yep.
Gluttony.
Alright. Sloth.
Sloth was
Sloth.
Kenji.
Ooh, sloth. Sloth could be Rin though.
Mm.
Ooh. Nah, gluttony fits Rin more.
Yeah, Gluttony's Rin, Sloth is Kenji. And I forgot where we are again.
Lust is Emmy, and then the last one would be Pride, which would be Jigoro.
Yeah.
There we go, we did it.
I'd assumed she'd been living in the dormitory since she began attending the school, but now I'm reminded of what she said yesterday. It is now canon, CD.
That's right, you mentioned that before. Yesterday. I'd assumed that most of the students here lived in the dormitories once they enrolled. A lot of them seem to, in any case.
Liz's expression becomes somewhat harder to read, my questioning evidently touching on a delicate point. Well, how should I say... Everyone has their reasons. Something tells me that one of those with reasons is Hanako, hence her tiptoeing around the answer. My own predicament is yet another such case. I guess it's a choice everyone here would have to make for themselves, or, in my instance, have made for them.
It can't be helped, I suppose. At least Yamaku itself seems like a nice place.
It's good to hear you say that. I thought you were coming to dislike it.
Oh, I hate it, but it's a nice place. I especially hate the disabled people.
Oh, do we have Empire's Gang out of context?
Hey.
What about you, though? How you handling being blind?
My reversal of Lily's statement takes her by... I don't know why that was harder to read. It does say a lot about your relationship with Hisao, CD. My reversal of Lily's statement takes her by surprise. I've been here for a while, so...
It's not that. You just seem pretty depressed about Akira. What's with that look?
Akira's taken. Sorry, Hisao. Lily never sees how fast my palm meets my face at her sly accusation.
I don't want your tomboy hot Scottish sister, Lily. I'm not concerned about that.
Hot, I mean very not attractive.
I do.
Hold on, I didn't read that. Hey, I was worried about you. It's no way to respond to concern.
While she gives an amused grin, we round the corner of the hallway and enter the library.
Oh, shit.
So anyway, tell me more about who Akira is taken by.
I'd like an address, if you could.
I need an address, weaknesses.
Do you know
Just
any
anything you
local
can think of
weaponry
that might
shop?
give me an edge. As we do so, it isn't hard to spot Hanako, considering that the room is completely devoid of everyone else. Given there are no staff around, I guess there's no need to heed the usual library rules. I call out to her.
Hey, Hanako.
Hanako's here? As she hears our voices, Hanako's head flicks up from behind a book, probably the same one she'd been reading on Friday.
Hisao! Lily!
Thought we'd drop by. Lily just managed to escape from the noodle stall with a little help.
That wasn't really an escape.
He abandoned her duties.
Hanako gives a small giggle, briefly surprising both of us.
I just
laugh.
thought that Lily might not be enjoying the
What
festival.
the fuck? Sick priest?
Well, it surprised both of them. The fact that she giggled.
Yeah, the burn scars actually mess with the corners of her lips, so she can't laugh anymore. Medically.
Let's go ahead and mark off Facetious Empire's Gang too.
If she breathes too hard, fire comes out.
God dang it.
Like a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. They call her the Purple Dragon of Yamaku.
Oh my god.
One
Well,
of the
now we can
seven
enjoy it
wonders
together,
of the
right?
school.
Absolutely. The feminist revolutionary, the purple fire-breathing dragon of Yamaku.
Emmy.
Emmy, just Emmy. That's the
Just
only
Emmy.
thing.
Actually, no, Rin would be more fitting as just like herself.
Misha of the toilet.
The shed.
Misha, the
The
roar of
shit.
7 seas.
Oh my god.
The 7 deadly sins of Yamato.
The painting.
Yeah, the artist. Whoever draws those paintings.
Do we have? Is that enough to qualify as painting hate?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think painting hate is on here. Oh, there it is. Found it finally.
They say whatever art he renditions would cause the viewer to suddenly throw up and get bouts of amnesia.
Probably the same person who did the nurse's wallpaper.
Yeah, he commissioned them actually. So that way he would one day not need to use his eyes anymore. That's actually what happened to his eyes and why he never opens them. He's just scared of seeing the painting.
The two nod happily before we set out of the library and towards the festivities. I hand over some change to the girl behind the counter and take the two styrofoam cups of tea. I try to accentuate my bow a bit to cover for the fact that she's quite obviously deaf.
Asshole.
That was, yeah, that's a...
Styrofoam?
Was he trying to
yeah,
bow so that the air moved?
What the
Or
fuck?
is he just that much
No,
of a...
she's
he's
deaf,
doing that thing
not blind.
that
Deaf.
people who don't get deafness do, where they over enunciate themselves. So they're like, they talk
she's
real
not
slowly
sorry.
to make sure you read my lips.
Oh, so she
Like
was
that.
deaf, not blind. Okay, I
Yeah,
read that
she was deaf,
completely
and
wrong.
he was being an asshole, though unintentionally.
I could not be deaf. I suck at reading lips.
Meh.
Deaf people don't read lips. That's just like, I mean, deaf people can read lips, but reading lips is extremely hard, even if you are deaf. So it's more myth than fact that deaf people can read lips.
I see.
Resident sign language studier be like,
Hell yeah! I'm gonna be taking it throughout all the colleges, 6 fucking classes.
oh wow.
Which is really cool.
Come to think of it, I probably should have asked for help instead of leaving those two in the gardens while I bought drinks. Trying to jubble. Alright, cool.
Jubilo.
It's
You're
the
in a milk
relationship he deserves. Trying to juggle the 2 cups of hot tea for them and a can of coffee for myself out of a vending machine isn't exactly easy. With some careful maneuvering, though, I manage to keep everything stable and upright as I walk over to the bench where Lily and Hanako are sitting and chatting. That's actually quite a nice place. Lit only by moonlight, it's tucked away some distance from the main events. Compared to how hot it had been during the day, this spot is also pleasantly cool by now. Not that it matters all that much. Most of the visitors have moved to areas that are either closer to the fireworks or higher on the hill in order to view the display apparently planned. Welcome back, Hisao. Your ears are good. I'm not exactly close, and even Hanako hadn't noticed me.
Yeah. Sorry it's instant, but it's all they had left by now.
Hanako gingerly takes a cup from my right hand, and I gently place the other into Lily's outstretched hands. Did you enjoy the festival then, Hisao?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
In honest answer, much of the food may have been somewhat subpar, but it was a lot of fun in the end, especially with Hanako and Lily. In fact, I think those two may have enjoyed themselves even more than I did. With both Lily and me around, much of Hanako's withdrawn nature around others died down enough for her to enjoy herself. Christ, that took me by surprise. As we sit drinking, the whistle of the first firework rings out before it explodes in a vibrant shower of blue against the night sky, heralding the beginning of the end for the festival.
Oh, that sounded so dark.
Enthusiastic shouts can be heard from the crowd scattered around the school grounds celebrating them. For minutes on end, Hanako and I... Oh no.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with this statement at the very least.
No,
It's not like-
it's just... It's merely that, he chose to emphasize Hanako and I.
Uh-huh.
I suppose, like, you could have just said we. I don't know.
But then it would be
I
fun.
don't know. What were the writers going for some of these? Like, they do sort of draw attention.
The people grouped in we could be left ambiguous.
I wonder if Misha and Shizune are making out on the ceiling right now. Or not the ceiling, the roof.
Oh, is that the ending? Is that the route things go if you don't
We don't
come
know.
with
Sadly,
Shizune? Does Misha?
sadly
Yeah.
I think that
Misha
Misha
finally
has
scores.
Elriz in every universe.
The bad ending is the one where she actually gets it. Poor lad.
That's
Well,
on end, Hanukkah.
Well, not this bad ending. Wait, actually, I don't know.
What?
Because that's the good ending in this.
Yes,
universe.
in
Sorry.
specifically Lily's bad ending. It's the only route in which Misha gets Shizune.
You realize, Misha, she never scored.
For minutes on end, Hanako and I watch the fireworks overhead as Lily blissfully listens to them with her eyes shut. Red, green, yellow, star-shaped, circular in pattern, all manner of shapes and colors fill the air, one after the other, and dance across the sky. No place near where I lived put on such lavish displays. Festivals like this were a thing of the past in such a metropolitan area. To be seeing such a sight with these two is probably the happiest I've been in a long while. So
This must be really uninteresting for Lily now that I think about it.
I mean, fireworks still make a unique noise.
And then
Yeah,
you
but
do
it's
the,
just a bunch of
the-
really fucking loud noises, and she already probably has sensitive ears.
the rocket
You're right,
going
though.
up sounds cooler than the explosion. Like the.
She's probably just getting jump scared repeatedly.
Oh, Jesus, we're still going.
So, that's it. The festival's finally ended.
Yeah.
She gives a delicate, wistful sigh. As much as I might complain about all the stuff we have to do, it's still sad that we'll have graduated before the next Yamaku festival.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What do you mean?
There's another festival.
Yeah.
It's a yearly thing.
No, I mean like at the school. There will
Oh
be
yeah,
another
there is like a
festival.
second holiday.
I guess okay, maybe it's not the
That's
same festival
Tanabata,
as
though.
the
It's a more national festival. The Yamaku festival is more like just a school festival.
Oh, okay.
I walk forwards and stand beside Lily, gently resting a hand on her shoulder. Holy shit, precognition moment.
Fuck.
And that's
worry.
a bingo. Square.
We still have
Not a
Tanabata
full bingo.
later in the year, right?
You're right. It would be nice to go there when it comes. Minutes of silence pass, with only the blast of the fireworks to be heard. Yeah, that is a very good point, CD. Seeing these two reminds me of the words of advice Lily had given me as we walked into town together. Cherish the opportunity to make new friends, huh? Marak?
Did I not say that?
Oh,
No.
I didn't hear it if you did.
Hey, Lily.
Did anyone else hear that, or am I going crazy?
I didn't hear it.
Then it must have just cut out.
She turns her head slightly to show that she's listening. Hanako's gaze still firmly fixed on the Technicolor fireworks bursting overhead.
You mind if I join you two for tea every now and again?
The smile on her face is more than enough to see her answer. It would be a pleasure, Hisa.
Oh wait, shoot,
Oh,
animation.
shit.
Sit up. A plane.
Thought she grabbed him by the fucking neck for a second.
Chokes him.
That thing.
Wait, is that
that?
baby Lily?
I mean,
The act is
Child
called
Lily.
Past.
Yep.
Smaller than Lily.
We have now heard every single song on the soundtrack.
Damn it! Damn it!
is that a Fako reference?
Left.
Oh no, Kane.
Now I
What?
can listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah, that's the only song I haven't heard on the entire OST, and now there's no more new OST.
What a shame.
I only got to enjoy it once.
That is Tea Time Fast Forward, yes, CD. That is what that one is called.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Do we keep reading?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, You probably won't have any Hanako lines for a little bit.
Fair enough. I just for a moment forgot which way the little foot on a capital L goes. I know that sounds weird.
No,
but
I've done that
I have
before.
4 quarters on my desk that I've been fidgeting with, and I've been arranging them into little things. And for a moment, I forgot which way the L foot goes on a capital L. Anyways, I wake to the annoying din of my alarm clock. Its bright red numerals lighting up my face. It's the same alarm clock I had at home, one of the few remaining artifacts from my days before coming to Yamaku. I'd hoped that using it would ease my transition into this new life. No such luck, though. Groggily dragging myself out of bed, I wipe the sleep out of my eyes, then reach over to my desk. I open a couple of the bottles of medication strewn across it and swallow a few pills dry. By now, the process is starting to become automatic, something I should be glad for, given their purpose. Oh, no, please. If Kenji shows up, I fucking swear.
Oh, wait, what?
Remember, in very early on?
Was that Rin's route? Or was that
It's in the common route, but we've been skipping over the part where it actually happens. Feeling much more awake than before, I wander into the bathroom. While the shower warms up, my mind begins to wander as my new daily routine begins once again. The bright colors of the fireworks fill my mind, as do the 2 girls with whom I spent my time watching them. It feels strange to be moved by so many... It feels strange to be moved so much by people I know so little about. Then again, I suppose these aren't normal circumstances. At least I have someone to talk to now, aside from my schoolmate next door. I look forward to whatever the results are, CD. With the time left before school begins today waning, I begin to get ready for class.
Oh, Kenji. So just a weird bathroom scene.
Walking through the door into the classroom, I notice that I'm still somewhat early. I see about 5 or 6 students milling around, most of them looking as if they'd rather be still in bed. Oh, Hisau's a morning person? Oh, fuck, I like him even less now. I'm kidding, I don't. I just...
Leo implicitly hates morning people.
I'm in danger.
I'm just still slightly resentful that I've essentially been forced to become a morning person due to my job.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that, and this is, including skipped scenes, I think that was the shortest Yamaku festival of all the routes.
Yeah.
I believe that is true, yes. I would concur with that statement.
Hell, that felt like the shortest Act 1 of all the routes.
Well, yeah, because we
started...
including skipped content.
It may have been.
I don't know
you're
if
right.
we can say that, because it's basically just Hanako's route with a little bit, with a slightly different...
Even then, I guess it was short.
Yeah, and Hanako...
But Hanako's had Shanghai, so I think that immediately... No, wait, no, hold on. Shanghai was Shizune.
Yeah.
No, Hanako's wasn't super long. I don't think Hanako's was super long either after that.
It wasn't, and this was
this
even
one
shorter.
being even shorter makes it, yeah.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that it's the shortest of these routes, but I feel like, but Hanako and Lily have a lot of scenes. I feel like Rin and Emmy in general have less common route scenes. That's the only reason I'm bringing this up.
Yeah.
So even though Lily and the festival is shorter on Lily and Hanako's, I'm not sure if their parts of the common route in general are shorter, because I feel like specifically Emmy and Rin have less scenes in the common route than the other ones do. I think Shizune's probably has the longest common route, though.
Shizune definitely has the longest common route. Emmy has a lot of running at the beginning, including the diet parts and such.
Well, it's two. There's actually only two running. There's only 2 running scenes before Emmy's divergence point.
Oh, I get what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Anyways, I do agree that was the shortest Yamaku festival. I'm just having actually relatively recently played through all of the common route on Lilly's path specifically. And by recently I mean about a year ago, but still more recently than some of the other routes. I can say that it didn't feel that short.
I go work on my homework because this is the easiest homework I've had all semester.
Nice.
Yeah. If I don't get an 100% on it, I don't know, I'm dropping the class or something.
I will give big tears.
Big tear. Cry moment. You know, small tangent. I've been thinking of taking some of the cursed clips, or not even cursed, just some of the really out of context clips, from the Katawa Shoujo streams, and making them into the like follower notifications. Not that we ever get follower notifications on stream, but I still think it would be funny just in case that ever started.
The one time it did happen, we'd all be so surprised and it'd be hilarious.
I mean, you guys wouldn't really hear it unless you were watching the stream actively.
So we'd be confused, and that would be even more funny.
I would just start absolutely dying, and everyone else would be super confused.
Like, oh no, Leo finally lost it.
Oh no. Alright, guys, who's gonna call the psychiatric ward?
I have them on speed dial.
Priest is ready.
Don't worry, I got this. I've been waiting for this moment.
That would be so
18
fucking
years.
funny, CD. Oh my god. The one specifically I was thinking of was nothing would stop me from getting a look at those honkers bonkers.
Oh, the thing is, if there's a way to like get an unfollow notification, because what we do is we need to make sure the follow and the unfollow like sort of matched. That way, one part would be
I don't think
heard,
there are
and then the
unfollow
viewer would
notifications.
immediately leave, and it'd just be like the second half of a
Gets
joke.
gifted a sub. Oh no!
Banned from Twitch within 30 minutes. It would be worth
I
it.
swear to God, though, if I ever actually get bigger on Twitch, I might have to actually start watching myself. No, I don't think I've said anything that's actually bad enough, but
We won't get banned yet. But
it's at times like this that I appreciate being a morning person. That said, two students in particular seem just as perky as always.
Hi, Shizune. Hi, Misha.
I suddenly realized that my greeting would be lost on the former, so I quickly follow it up with a wave. She doesn't seem overly bothered. Or interested, for that matter.
Dot.
And that's a bingo square.
Oh gosh.
He's got to rev the engine.
oh dear.
Oh gosh. Oh dearie me. It all happened so fast.
I
You
didn't
saw
get
Lon
enough
speak,
sleep
right?
last night, you see.
Huh?
So, this is how it's
Uh-oh.
turned out. Is here. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Are you feeling well?
Shit, man.
Drunk Misha.
That did not go smooth.
No, it did not sound like it.
I can only assume her
Tired.
greeting comes from Shizune. It's hard to tell if she's speaking as herself or Shizune sometimes.
Better than most everyone else, I guess. You two seem bright and chipper.
Mishine?
Yeah,
Oh God,
the
it's one
return
of those
Misha.
nights. I haven't made
Sheesh.
that mistake in a while.
We were overdue.
Misha
Missionary.
signs this back to Shizune as I say it, eliciting a somewhat terse answer, if her sharp and rapid arm movements are any indication. Considering that these two made such a big deal out of the festival preparations, I probably should have chosen my words more carefully.
Dot! Exclamation.
Since you're a new student, we've been cutting you some slack.
Please don't expect this kind of task dodging to be allowed in the future.
He found it. He found the way.
It's coming back. Turns out you should.
I
Sit up.
always come back.
That took me a second. It went from Vader, and then I was like, it's not Vader. It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Must be William Afton. If it's not those two.
Oh no. Misha looks as if she's about to add her own comment, but quickly goes back to interpreting as Shizune continues unabated.
Well, your contribution to Class 3-2 stall is appreciated.
You know,
You're a
I was
freaking traitor,
about to correct you on contribution, but I also feel like Misha would absolutely mispronounce that word like that.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. I knew I was gonna pronounce it, and I was like, how would Misha pronounce it? Contributed.
Huh, word sure got around quickly. That or these two have their fingers on the pulse of the school.
We would prefer your efforts to be focused on the task at hand, namely, your own class.
As much as I hate to admit it, they do have a point. Before I can respond, though, Shizune adds something more, which draws a smile? A smile from Misha.
Dot.
Little did we know. Good point, CD.
Did you enjoy the festival then?
Lecture over, I guess.
Yeah, it was good. Did you two enjoy it?
Shizune gives a short nod as Misha grins and bounces her head up and down. The contrast side by side is amusing. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice more students start to trickle into the classroom. A quick glance at my watch confirms that they're a few minutes late.
Wait. So, is Misha, like, crying inside right now? Like just absolutely dead.
I think that Shizune being single allows Misha to be stable, but the second Hisao gets involved, he's like, fuck!
Oh, okay.
And that's why it happens.
As we've said, Hisao is the person who's causing all the problems.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all his fault. I look over to Hanako's seat and realize that she's already there, contentedly reading a book. It makes me wonder just how long she's been there without me noticing.
12 years.
With heavy footsteps coming up the hallway signaling Muto's arrival, our idle talking comes to an end and I take my seat next to Misha.
You smell.
As the door slides open, he strides through with a ponderous gait. His posture is even worse than usual, and his eyes are barely staying open. I guess my quip to Lilly and Hanako about the staff was misplaced. Everyone opens their books as he reaches his desk, and the first class of the new week begins. I rub my eyes as the lunch bell rings out, glad for the temporary reprieve from work. I'm entirely unsurprised when I look over to the door and see Lilly standing there, cane in hand, patiently waiting for Hanako. Considering her... Okay, I can do this. Considering her acceptance of my request to join them yesterday, I decide to spend my lunchtime with them rather than eat alone. Hanako moves surprisingly fast to meet her companion, and the two enter the hallway before I catch up. Hold on.
She looks so weird with her back turned.
I retract that. Hisao did it. Lily's head turns slightly, registering the sound of footsteps behind her. As Hanako notices and follows her lead, she almost jumps in surprise.
Hisao? Hello, Hisao.
Hey, sorry if I startled you.
Lily turns to greet me, helped in her orientation by Hanako. Good afternoon, Hisao. Are you joining us?
No, I'm just following you around all creepy-like. If it's no trouble, there's not much else to do, really.
Lily gives a small nod, as if to silently brush away any idea that I would be troubling in the least. The problem is that you are troubling. We descend one set of stairs.
My name is Hisao Nakai. Sorry.
As sure as my name is Hisao Nakai, I will be a bother to everyone around me. We descend one set of stairs and walk down the hallway to the usual room, our pace somewhat quicker than usual thanks to Lily using Hanako for direction, rather than her cane in the railings. As expected, it's deserted. The sounds of the other clubs can only barely be heard as sunlight streams into the room from outside. Looking around the room, I notice a couple of empty easels propped up against a wall that I don't think were there before. The art club must use this room as extra storage.
Did I get the... Fuck. 1 second.
That's like a FNAF Ultimate Custom Night level thing right there, CD.
Should I get the chess set out?
Hanako's voice seems less tense when she's directly addressing Lily. Yes, I'll make tea while you sort the pieces.
Ah, I can do that for you if you like.
She ponders the offer for a moment before smiling, confirming that I've made the right choice. Her face is remarkably easy to read. Very well, thank you. She slides her retracted cane into the handle of her bag and sets it against one of the table legs, before taking a seat opposite Hanako.
Cane?
Shut up.
What?
Sorry, I'm tired and I'm nursing a headache. If I say anything stupid, it's just that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I prepare tea for the three of us, I can hear the small wooden pieces being set on the board. I wonder how good Lily is at chess, given her circumstances.
Blindness. I don't know why you said circumstances. That just seems like such an unnecessary way of, like, tippy-toeing around the topic of conversation.
I don't know. It's like he sounds trying to be cognizant, but he's just so fucking bad at it.
This makes it worse, honestly.
Never blame on malice what you can blame on incompetence. By the time I place the steaming teacups onto the table, Lily and Hanako have already moved their first pieces as they nibble on sandwiches and rice balls from their respective bags. That actually sounds really good.
Sandwiches and rice balls, yeah.
I noticed the chessboard they're using has holes in the middle of each square and pegs on the bottom of the pieces, and each dark squares has each dark slightly raised. That they actually got all the details right on that. Yeah, that is how chessboards for the blind usually work. I saw a video about that the other day.
Fun
No,
fact.
she doesn't just...
This specific piece
oh
of
yeah.
art
You
took
mentioned
over a year to draw.
Yep,
There-
I kind of figured that.
I mean, it
tidbit
looks
would
really
come up.
good, honestly.
There is an entire blog post about how much of a pain in the ass communications-wise this chessboard was to draw. I'm very glad we finally get to see it.
I mean, it looks good.
It does.
I kind
But
of figured she would just pull a Kamugi and just memorize everything.
Watching Lily's fingers skating. What were you just referencing?
Hunter x
Hunter.
Hunter, okay. I don't. I'm not going to count that on a bingo square, even though it could.
We already had. Is that a blank reference?
Oh, what to what?
Me asking
Amori.
if CD made an Amori reference.
Oh, so that was at the same time as the Amori bingo square, which is why I did not get
Yes.
it.
More.
Hey, CD, got a
Oh,
question for you. Have we had any Discord noises yet? I feel
haven't
like
had
we
any.
have, but I can't remember. Watching Lily's fingers skating over the board, tracing out the positions of the pieces, makes me marvel a little at the simple ingenuity of the design. It must be specifically... Well, when I sent the bingo... Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call that. Oh, and we did also get microphone cuts out.
Wait, if I spam Leo right now, will I just ruin the stream quality?
Maybe don't. Because I have to have Discord audio plugged in so that everyone can hear you guys, Discord notifications also come through. Watching Lily's fingers skating over the board, tracing out the positions of the pieces, makes me marvel a little at the simple ingenuity of the design. It must be specifically made for blind players. It's made for deaf players.
the fuck's my calculator? I've been actually using a calculator and counting. It's crazy.
Meanwhile, Kane.
Here you go.
Oh, do I have a? Oh, I thought I had one.
No, it wasn't you. For some reason, it
Here's
cut out
the
again.
art again.
Oh, the same art that we had.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I have a surprise of this exact art, but no one has faces because in this scene, all the faces are added on in a second layer because they changed throughout the scene.
It's really hard to see it with the lack of backgrounds.
Mm.
Oh my god, I love that meme that you posted a minute ago, Kane.
Thank you.
How many variants? I could check, but it would require me to go to the main menu, so I'm not going to do that right now.
Variants of what? Married.
Of this scene.
Of this scene? Just two. Just one in both routes.
Hanako gives a small nod as I put down the... Hanako gives a small nod as I put down the cup next to her side of the board. Lily's hand ventures sideways slightly, so I gently place the cup, touching the tips of her fingers, a gesture she seems to appreciate. I finally take a seat and silently sip my tea as the two play. The contrast in their appearances while playing is interesting to watch. Hanako looks closely at the board, her face one of focused concentration. Lily, on the other hand, keeps her head level and maintains her calm neutrality. Lily's gentle voice addresses both of us as she continues to play. How was class now that the festival's over? I look to Hanako to see whether she'll answer first, but seeing that she's see that she's doing the same.
Right, half the class seemed to be dozing off, even including the teacher. Not to mention a test on top of all that.
Hanako quietly adds her own agreement with this. I could imagine that being a bit difficult for you, being a transfer student.
I think I did fine. Other than the shock of a test coming so early, science is probably my best subject. How'd you do, Hanako?
Me? Okay, I guess.
Hanako is too sincere to be able to pull off lying very well, that much is obvious. Lily's smile slips very slightly. From her reaction, Hanako mustn't be skilled enough at academics to do very well without preparation.
How did your class handle it, Lily?
It went surprisingly well, actually. Only one student was absent, which was better than what the teacher expected. With the topic all but run dry, the two concentrate on the chess game once again. I can't say that I've ever liked the idea of chess as a spectator sport, but given its unique nature, for once I'm wrapped in watching the game unfold. I mean, if you know enough about chess, it can be interesting as a spectator sport.
It is a little slow.
I mean, yeah, but
that's kind of...
Can deaf people use alarm clocks well? Probably not.
I mean, they probably have bigger buttons.
Well, yeah, but they can't hear
And
it,
then
is the
braille.
issue.
I thought you said blind. Sorry. Deaf people have, you can put the alarm clock underneath your pillow, or you can have special ones that vibrate the bed.
like a
That's what my teacher told me, at least.
Ah,
Yeah, you put the alarm clock underneath your
I
pillow.
feel like
is
every
what I
time
was
one
told.
of these questions comes up, we always go back to vibration.
Yeah. I mean,
we're picking up good vibrations,
an
just like the
important
Beach
sense.
Boys.
we're picking up good vibrations.
She's giving me the excitation.
Nation.
Good
CD.
Good vibrations.
Okay, that is definitely Empire's Gang Sings at this point.
Yeah, it's fine.
CD, have we gotten any bingo squares that I haven't mentioned yet? I'm still getting accustomed to all the different squares. Just wanted to check in. As time wears on, both of them demonstrate decent skill at playing the game. Having captured 2 more pawns than Hanako, Lily has the upper hand, but only slightly. Until Hanako makes a strange move with her queen. Seizing upon this lapse in judgment, Lily takes the piece with her knight. Without hesitation, Hanako moves a pawn to take Lily's rook on the opposite side of the board, and promotes it to queen. Lily's face falters as her fingers move over the pieces, and she realizes that she just fell to Hanako's trap. It's a little distracting to have the board traced out after each move, even if it's out of necessity. Judging by Hanako's lack of reaction, she must be used to this. She and Lily must have played at least a few games of chess against each other, after all.
Jack. Fuck.
Here, real quickly, Kane, can you say you activated my trap card in Hanako's voice?
Now, you see, Lily, you've activated my trap card.
Thank you.
Good ideas.
That's not bad at all. Nice, Hanako.
Now, I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon to the field. It's an indestructible monster. The legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few face this awesome creature and live to tell the tale. It's
Holy shit, Hanako, you've got all 5 pieces of Exodia.
got 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense.
That was a fun bit, actually. That was a really fun bit. The compliment. The compliment.
Sorry, I had to make the reference because I have an oversized Blue Eyes White Dragon pinned to my wall.
Oh, nice. Actually, I feel like... Was that in that image you sent earlier?
No, not the one I sent earlier. It's just off camera slightly.
Okay, cool. Because I felt like I'd vaguely seen it before, but I couldn't 100% remember.
You probably have, just not in that photo.
Hmm.
Okay, fuck, I gotta work on
this. The compliment causes her to flower into a surprised blush.
Thank you. I didn't think it would work.
Hold on a second. I feel like... Okay. This line did get said, right?
Correct.
Okay, my brain was not following the narrative through line of what was going on right now, probably because of the Yu-Gi-Oh bit. I look over to Lily, her fingers having just finished tracing out the position of her remaining pieces in an attempt to extricate her king from this bind. I think this is checkmate.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Yep, I've gotten all of those. CD just sent me a Discord message about the squares, so we should be fine for now.
See.
I take another look at the board to confirm. Sure enough, her king has nowhere to escape without being threatened by another piece. My earlier question as to which of them is better at this has just been answered. Okay, you've seen one game, Hisao. Calm down.
That's all he needed to see.
It's like, I've already calculated their exact battle power.
Exactly. Just like what's his name?
The
Gold
Goldie
Dragon.
guy from from Eminence and Shadow. We were thinking of the same bit, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I read that.
So it is.
Lily gives a small sigh as Hanako smiles. From their reactions, this seems like a fairly usual result.
How long have you two been playing?
Sorry. Since I was young.
Lily nods at Hanako's brief answer. Hanako taught me how to play soon after I met her. I can beat her every now and then. That's a rarity. I don't seem to have the right mindset for it. If Lily came to Yamaku at the start of high school and met Hanako when she moved to the dorms, that'd mean she's only been playing for about 1 year. After seeing Hanako's level of play, I'm not too surprised Lily has trouble beating her.
But, she's better at languages than I am, so...
Lily gives an appreciative, if slightly amused, smile at Hanako's quick reversal of her compliment. Well, that's how it is. Much to everyone's surprise, the bell suddenly rings, heralding an end to the lunch break. That game lasted longer than I thought it did.
Sam, I guess we better get back to class.
Hanako's already in the middle of packing up, so I take Lily's bag and offer it to her. Okay. To my surprise, she takes it and nods, but then places it back down on the table. Lisa, may I make a request?
Sure, go ahead.
Would you mind if I were to quickly feel your face?
Bozo.
Dozo.
I don't speak that.
Does that mean of course or thank you? Please, wait.
I think it means go ahead, but here, let me.
Let's look it up real quick, just to be certain.
I feel like I've heard
Is that a
something
bingo board?
I feel like we already got that one, so ages ago.
There will never
Please.
not be a link.
It means
Or
here
go
you
ahead.
go or go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Those.
Dozo.
Bozo. No. Go ahead. I don't mind, I guess.
The question takes me severely off guard, but once I've regained my composure, it seems sensible enough. So far, Lily's had no idea what I actually look like, and this would be her only way to find out.
I really just love the idea that she goes and just starts slapping him back and forth, like.
Yeah, she doesn't need to like rub. It's just 100 quick concessive hits.
Yeah.
Also, this arm makes Hisao look really weird because his ear is
Combo.
above his nose and eyes.
It's also
No, he's
really
built like
far
that. He's a
back
gremlin.
on his head.
Hmm.
Like, look at how
It looks
far
like it's
back
facing
his ear is.
backwards.
Feels like his eye got stretched away. Or towards.
His ear is pointing at the camera, but
I'm
everything
gonna
else
go ahead
is
and
pointing
mark
away.
off brand new art style, since we commented on how weird it makes him look.
The shading is also weird, so yeah. I'd say
I
that.
do-
Lily looks great, but
I
Hisao
do
just...
really like this
Yeah, Lily looks
CG
good.
as long as I like ignore the like right
You just
third
cut-
of it.
Except for it makes your arms
Hisao
look really
out.
short.
Nah.
On one hand,
In
art is
comparison to her
hard.
height?
On the other hand,
Well, we can't see her elbow, so part of it's cut off at the very least.
Oh shit! I have that.
What the hell?
What?
I have literally a guide to my homework. I just couldn't find it this morning and found it right before the session started.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Brilliant.
Subarashi.
Subarashi.
Oh, this actually doesn't help me. No.
Well, shit.
Lily raises her right hand, which I take in mine and guide to my face before letting go. The room is entirely silent as Lily's hand moves over and around my features, from my chin to my cheeks to everywhere else. I expected this to feel a lot more disquieting than it does. I suppose that's because the action is entirely a matter of practicality, being functionally no different to simply looking at someone's face. Functionally, it's very different. I don't know what sense are you using the word functionally there?
The result.
Oh,
Understanding.
Hisao, you look a lot different than I was imagining.
But functionally.
Oh, he sound.
Okay, maybe I can see that.
You're really fat.
Maybe I can.
Your nose is really fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like
Why is your
it's like
ear
a
all the way
bulldog
fucking
got.
back here?
You're oddly greasy.
She just like wipes her hand against her skirt. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, putting that aside.
I guess functionally, but I guess functionally works.
Got fucking 5 sheets of paper out just to read.
Her hand is soft, but what takes me by surprise is the length of her fingers. Not to mention how sure even the slightest of her movements are. I have no doubt that her level of tactile feeling would be far beyond mine. Her hand briefly runs once through my hair before retreating, sure that every inch of my face has been committed to her memory. It's only now, too, that I realize Hanako has been silently watching the entire time. Thank you for letting me do that, Hisao. If I might add, I think you are quite handsome.
Oh, you don't have to lie.
what?
I blush a little at her remark before raising a questioning
I
eyebrow.
think
But if you can't see how,
Just because I can't see, that doesn't mean I don't have my own preferences.
Oh.
you better go now before you embarrass yourself even more. You hate those people.
yeah, that's a good point. I guess we'll see you later then, Lily. I was about to call her Hisao.
Lisa.
Leaks out. That's a sort of
Lisa.
viable Leo Arcturus moment right there. Walking through the hallways back to our classrooms, I noticed that Hanako seems quieter than before, but also more comfortable. Lily, her hand on Hanako's shoulder, seems to pick up on her assured pace as well, smiling as they walk. If I could spend the rest of my time at Yamaku like this, I don't think it'd be so bad. All that's needed for joy are small exchanges of happiness, after all.
Wait, what the fuck? What? Huh?
Huh?
Okay, I thought what I had written down was like an example to help guide me. No, it is just actually the exact answers.
Oh.
Wait, no.
No?
Or is it?
Yes.
I think it is.
Make sure it's the right answers to the right problems, and not like an example of what
No,
you
no,
have to do.
like it is like bar for bar, beat for beat.
Dope.
Well, fun. As I reached my desk and set my bag beside it, I realized something. Or rather, my stomach does. I was so busy with those two, I forgot to buy lunch. Ha. Clown. Saturday. My second favorite day of my second most favorite day of the week.
What the fuck?
My second most
Saturday is
favorite-
also my second most.
I'm
least
pretty
favorite
sure
day
that's
of
not how superlatives work, but moving on.
My second favorite day of the week.
That's all you had to say. This is almost entirely due to the fact that it is the day, that it is the day with the second least amount of school, with class ending at the beginning of lunch. I opened my door confidently, myself being more than confident. Hold on. Let me try this one again. I opened my door confidently, myself being more than confident of being able to get enjoyment out of the fine weather and shorter class length. I feel like that was unnecessarily wonkily phrased, but...
I don't feel like we've seen this hallway before.
We have at the beginning of the game. It's a very rare pop-up.
Yeah, I know it's come up once or twice before. Well, I'm glad Kane confirmed because it's been so long that I couldn't remember if it was when I initially played or earlier in this playthrough.
I think it literally only pops up in Route 1.
Huh.
Or
That
Act
would
1.
check out. I confidently stride down the hall and down the stairs to the lobby of the male
Oh,
dorms.
sorry.
I confidently look behind me to see whose footsteps are approaching. I lose my confidence in this day being enjoyable.
Oh no, I lost the tab. Hey man, what's up?
I'm pretty sure what Hisao just said was Kenshi disrespect, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark it off.
Seems
Yeah,
reasonable.
finally someone who's not me.
Not much, I guess. Just looking forward to the afternoon. You?
He wraps an
I see,
arm
he's
around
down.
my slumped shoulders far too comfortably. Something's up.
Let's step outside, shall we?
Canonical. I feel like there's a lot of canonical Kenshi disrespect.
Namely by Hisao. I was just about to,
And you
before you stopped me.
He doesn't take my reaction to his theatrics well. Ignoring him, I walk outside and start down the steps. It doesn't take too long for him to catch up with me again. Wonder if he wants money or to rant about another conspiracy. Maybe both.
It's always both. I've got a bone to pick with you.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark off the bingo square that says Toby Fox? Question mark, question mark, question mark?
Yep.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I feel like that's what that bingo
My
square was
brother named
for.
Fox.
We did start singing Megalovania after all.
Aha.
We started karaokeing Megalovania.
You see, he's out. I've lost a lot of money on my Bitcoin investments. It's about that blonde. You know who I'm talking about.
Conspiracy it is. For a moment I contemplate
Oh.
feigning ignorance, but realize this will go quicker if I just let him get it all out.
Lily? The one from your class?
You're on first name terms with her?
Yeah, most
Right,
people
then I
are.
thought.
We're not in actual Japan. We're written by English people.
He's out. This is an anime. It isn't?
He looks positively shocked at this development, yet he not expect me to be able to answer? He gathers himself and coughs into his fist, dramatically, like everything he does.
Well, never mind that. I'm here to warn you, you know, man to man.
Warn me about what, Lily?
Yeah, you don't know her, man.
It's mostly true. I've only known her and Hanako for less than 2 weeks, and even then we've just been exchanging banal chatter about school as we while away.
I think it's banal.
Banal, whatever. But
Ruski.
I was too busy trying to actually get through that sentence to worry about how you pronounce that word.
I can already hear the metal remix of this.
Pretty sure you don't either.
That's not the point. You're the one spending an inordinate amount of time with her.
Better than an inordinate amount of times with you.
We've seen how that goes.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark off the Kenji
Bad
ending
ending
bingo
joke.
square. It distresses me that someone like Kenji, who's probably the in-canon name and canon song title drop. It distresses me that someone like Kenji, who's probably as far out of the loop as anyone
You said it!
as one could possibly get, knows about such a trivial fact as who I choose to befriend. Then again, I am a transfer student, and she's not only the representative of their class, but also a tall blonde. Maybe Maybe I should appreciate this ranting as a warning that the rumor mill exists in this school, and that I'm firmly within it.
It's just lunch. Nothing special.
Look, man. Under the bridge. See this bridge? You're under it. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do to get intel. I just want to make sure that you don't end up too far under the bridge.
You're losing me, Kenji.
That's okay. Lots of people get lost. That's why I'm here to help.
No, I need you to more firmly establish your metaphor. It's like, how far under the bridge is too far under? Like, is there water under the bridge? Or is it just like an underpass for like panthers?
Oh, it's deep water.
No, that's
Hisao.
fuck.
Have you seen the iceberg memes, Hisao?
But I thought we were talking about a bridge. There's no bridges near
No.
icebergs.
Now we've moved on to the Mariana Trench. You know how deep it is, Hisao.
Oh god.
Well, it's deeper than they say it is. At the
He's
bottom
just
is
standing.
Atlantis, and at the bottom of Atlantis is an alien civilization.
Yeah,
And
you
beyond
seem to be
that-
from there.
How did you know, Hisao? My identity's been compromised.
Mm.
Just be careful around here, okay? She looks all harmless on the outside, but I've heard shit. Bad shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and mark off Whisker swearing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, these aren't. What?
What are you doing? Are you doing accounting homework?
Yeah, I'm doing bank reconciliation.
Mm.
I actually know what I'm doing for once, which is surprising. I just can't read.
Marak helping Kane with homework should have been on the bingo.
Only happened once so far.
I feel like it's been at least more than that.
I think
I
once
have my
did
exam
happen
on that stuff
stream.
tomorrow.
You have an exam? Wait.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
Inventory
salute
systems, multi-step income statements, and bank reconciliations.
Ooh, there's
That's not
actually
horrible.
one bingo that is somewhat likely for us to get. There's another bingo that we are close to getting, but we probably won't get.
Oh, shit.
Anyways,
You know the student council, right?
he seems to involuntarily shudder as he says the words. Putting him and Shizune
Oh, I
together
should've
in a
done that.
room is an amusing mental exercise. I wonder if they've met.
Yeah, she's an and Misha in my class. I seem to have dodged the draft, though.
I don't have 6 squares marked in row 1. Would it be... Which one am I missing? Is it column 2 or column 6? Those are the ones I don't have marked.
Good, man. Good. This blonde, she was there in the student council. Right damn there.
I see.
That doesn't make sense.
And?
And she's not there now.
CD, the other one.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Nope, that makes... Yep, I got... So that would be an in-canon swearing moment. Yep, checks out. And then the other one... So that's 2 that we have within 1. And then the other one that we have within 1 is column 3. At least I think.
Seriously, think about it. Something must have gone down.
And that's bad because...
I stopped walking for a
Drama.
moment, giving the idea more thought than I probably should. It would explain that fight the 2 had, at least in part. Wait, no, not really. Even leaving the student council would need a catalyst. In the end, it doesn't explain much at all, other than the fact that their feud goes back some ways.
I guess you have a point. I'm not really seeing how that affects me, though.
Okay, now field this one. Lily's foreign, obviously.
Obviously.
Now, what nationality is she?
Scottish.
I opened my mouth. Apparently we haven't learned that on this route yet. Apparently I opened my mouth to give the answer, but realized that I have none. In fact, I've given the matter very little thought. Given that she has no accent and acts perfectly Japanese, I suppose it never really seemed important. Now that he mentions it, though, I am rather curious.
To be honest, I don't know. Maybe English? They like tea.
Okay.
You know, those Brits and their tea.
You
That's
literally
it.
just
What?
picked a
I don't know. She
stereotype.
sounds like she's from Texas.
Better than a Yank.
Though to be fair, he probably should have specified that she was drinking specifically English tea, because people in Japan drink a lot of tea too, but it is generally of a slightly different variety.
Green tea,
Yes.
I think.
Gold Tips Imperial.
Only because I made it one, CD. I probably shouldn't resort to stereotypes, but that's the only lead I have.
At least he acknowledges it.
I know, I literally word for word was about to say the same thing.
You're not thinking. Luckily, you have me to here to think for you.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome, Isa.
He brushes off the quiff effortlessly.
The what?
Now, answer me this. Who has lots of social power, is filthy stinking rich? You know how blondes are all rich, right? Has a long history of disputes and used to belong to a much larger organization?
Never
Germany?
mind, we're good. She's Scottish, not old.
Roman Catholic Church?
Well, okay, there's that. I'll have to look into this, actually. But there's also the Mafia. Come on. Rich, foreign, there's no way she doesn't have connections to them.
I have reason to doubt the logic of his deductions, but he shows no sign of stopping.
I hate to break it to you, Kenji. There's only one Italian on campus. Or two, 1.5.
1.5 Italians. Who is the one?
She's an
Yuko.
She's an A. Okay.
Wait.
fair enough.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yuko's the half.
But she always
Occasionally
you always call
Italian.
her a mobster, and I get a different vibe from the word mobster than I get from mafia, just ever so slightly.
Good.
Oh. Still
Like they're-
Italians.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but when I think of mobster, I usually think of Italian Americans, and when I think of mafia, I think of JoJo Part 5.
Yeah.
I see.
Who are Italians?
Yes, that's why.
Oh wait, shoot, this is me.
So, do you know where I think she's from?
Italy?
Mainland Italy is a small time, dude. She has to be from Sicily. All those mafiosos types come from there.
We do have feminist conspiracy on the board again, but this is slightly different from the.
This is a
feminist
single
conspiracy.
feminine conspiracy.
Kenji, as much as I care, I need to get to class.
As much as I care.
Wait, no, Russia. Damn, this could be bad. The Mafia, they're serious businessmen. Ex-KGB everywhere, paramilitaries, what? Oh, that is what it said.
Paramilitaries.
Paramilitaries, hardcore smuggling, and... Do you have any
Wait,
idea what
wait.
they have to do to get peanut
Stop.
butter?
Just slow down a second. What point are you trying to get at here?
Wait, Whiskers, did you just make a Stranger Things reference?
I did, although who knows if that's a real life reference.
I don't know if it's a real life reference, but I was like, hold on a second.
You don't know what she'll do, man. I won't get in your way. Our agents don't operate like that. But I just want you to be careful. When the time comes, we'll need all the help we can get. I don't want to lose you, comrade. He's out.
Sound more Russian than her.
Well,
Comrade Giselle, please. Let's be reasonable.
at least he's concerned for me. Kinda. I wave goodbye to him as we separate out to our respective classes, but I'm not sure that he sees the gesture. Piling my books into my bag, I catch a glimpse of the library books I'd borrowed last week. I might as well return these, considering they took all of 2 days to finish. I briefly consider inviting Hanako along to the library, but she's already gone. It'll probably be better for my studying if I'm alone anyway. With a quick stretch and a wave to a couple of classmates who give the same to me, I make my way into the classroom. As I open my bag and shove the books through the return slots in the front counter, I notice a strange person behind the desk. Old and graying, she must be Yuko's replacement when she's working at the cafe.
Will we get a Sprite?
No.
No.
I begin looking for a free table. Imagine it's just Yuko, but like granny version. I begin looking for a free table, a task made somewhat difficult considering that, despite there not being many students in here, they're all sitting at their own tables. Noticing a familiar head of hair, I walk over to one near the Braille section. It's hard to tell whether Lily's concentrating or not, her placid expression holding perfectly still as her fingers slide across the dot-filled pages of her book.
I sit here?
Oh, no problem at all. She trails off, evidently still focused on her business at hand. Ah, Hisao. She gives a nod of greeting as I sit opposite her at the table. Pluck a chemistry tech. Ugh. Alright, hold on. I messed up the way I said it. There's a word for it. The inflection. Sure, we'll go with that.
I think that's about it.
She gives a nod of... I think enunciation was the one I was originally thinking of, but inflection also works. She gives a nod of greeting as I sit opposite her at the table, pluck a chemistry textbook out of my bag, and quickly thumb to the chapter we're covering in class. For a while, we sit there and read, each in our own way. Seeing her reminds me of what Kenji said this morning, though. That, nothing should remind you of what Kenji said this morning. What exactly did remind you?
You're letting him take you over, Hisao. No!
Come back, Hisao! Actually, you know what? If we lose him to that side, it might be for the better.
Natural selection will take care of him.
Oh my god.
It's just Darwinism at work.
Indeed.
Seeing her reminds me of what Kenji said this morning, though. That and the fact that I've never seen someone read in Braille before makes me keep throwing glances at her. I kind of feel guilty about it, given that she has no way to realize I'm doing so, so I decide to just ask her about it. Her lineage isn't exactly a state secret after all, and there is another thing I've only just noticed from her movements.
Hey, Lily, mind if I ask a question?
Not at all. Is anything wrong?
I was just wondering. You're at least part foreign, right?
She gives a small giggle before setting down her book. I've always been amused at how squeamish people are about that. Arcade has mentioned how much she and I look different. Arcade has mentioned how much she and I look different from most others before. The details are a bit complicated, but I'm half Japanese, half Scottish. He says in a British accent.
Yeah, the accent is actually just not there at all. We're just adding it, so, don't worry about it.
Scottish? That was not exactly my first guess. It takes some effort not to blurt it out loud. I try to conjure images of the place in my mind. I think as far as the UK goes, Scottish... I try to conjure images of the place in my mind. I think as far as the UK goes, Scotland isn't bad to live in, but I'm not really sure. That is an oxymoron, CD. That's pretty funny. My first guess of England was surprisingly close, at least geographically. That does leave another question, though.
But you have no accent.
That's where the details begin. I was born and raised in Japan, despite my mother being foreign.
I get it.
Hold on, if she moved to the dorm simply due to Akira working longer hours...
So they don't live near the school?
She gives a small sigh, as if she didn't expect me to go any deeper. Was her previous frankness just a front? Not exactly. It's been a long time since we've actually met. I feel like I'm not getting the whole story, but I don't really want to go I think it's unduly, right?
Unduly, yes.
Want to go unduly prying into her situation. Her about face shows that she feels kind of awkward about it. I've said this before, and I keep mentioning it. There's a lot of words that I know the definition of because I've seen them in books, but I did not learn them from conversing with other people, so I don't really know how they're pronounced.
Mm. It's alright, I forgive you.
You pull up, check down.
So, do you speak much English? To be honest, I don't know that much about Scotland, but at least I know that that's the main language there.
It takes her a moment to collect herself, appreciating the changing topic. That's right. My family mostly used Japanese around the house when I was young, but they made sure Akira and I knew our Scottish side just as well.
Scottish.
Scottish. I'm fluent in the language, but I'm also studying it in school. To keep my skills up and to have the qualifications on paper mainly.
So you're bilingual. That's pretty impressive.
I wouldn't go that far. Having parents who can speak the language is a large advantage, and English books in Braille aren't too hard to buy or import, with Yuko's help at least. There's a relatively high demand for local English teachers here anyway, which also helps give me some motivation to learn it as well. Demand for English teachers? For a moment, I wonder why she brought this up.
Planning to be an English teacher?
She gives an enthusiastic nod. It must be nice having such a definite future in mind. I've never really given much thought to mine, so I'm kind of envious. What's wrong?
It's just, I could see you as a teacher pretty easily. It suits you.
For a moment, she's speechless. She lowers her face a little and lets out a nervous giggle, something I've never seen her do before. With Lily's role as a class representative and her dependable nature, teaching does seem to be a line of work fitting her personality.
Sorry, that was probably a little much. It is true, though.
Waving her hand in front of her face dismissively, she quickly recovers. It's not that, it's just that only one person's ever said that to me before. A short, somewhat awkward silence follows the discussion. Without knowing it, I ended up steering into a troublesome topic again. I should try to cheer her up a little. It was me who went and got her brooding, after all.
Wanna grab lunch at the cafeteria after this?
It might perk her up a bit, or at least take her mind off her apparently complicated, and I didn't finish the red, family situation. Okay, cool. Going by her smile, it seems to have the intended effect. I appreciate the thought, but the food there... Quite a quick redirection of the conversation. She does have a point, though. The food there isn't the greatest.
Maybe the Shanghai? You could ask Hanako if she wants to come as well.
Ah.
What is it?
I almost forgot until you reminded me. Hanako's birthday is coming up soon, and I was going to go shopping in the city for a present tomorrow.
If that's an invitation, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Way to invite yourself along. The ability to get more used to the layout of the city would probably be a good thing. I have barely set foot in there, so I'd be hopelessly lost by myself. Hold on.
Hold on.
Just trying to figure out how Hisao interpreted this as an invitation.
He did. There's no invitation here.
Okay, so it's not like... I'm not going crazy. He's just absolutely inviting himself.
Yes.
Kind of. She mentioned something, and he said, oh, if that's an invitation.
Yeah, but...
Her mentioning it would be the invitation in this scenario, but it's not really.
Yeah, that's why he says if.
You can sort of see it, and since she sort of ordered coffee for him to get him to stay earlier, I could see how he could like make that play of his own.
All right, I'll go along with that. I will accept that explanation. Although it still really does seem like he just invited himself along.
Would be fine even if it was the case.
The ability to get more used to the layout of the city would probably be a good thing. I've barely set foot in there, so I'd be hopelessly lost by myself. She gives a nod, signaling that she happily approves of this plan for Sunday. We eventually get back to our books, though before I begin reading again, I steal one last glance at her. Maybe I've been thinking on my situation too much. After all, everybody here would have their own unique circumstances. The chance to get outside and clear my head will probably do me good.
Night.
What's up, Reese? You said
Oh,
it sounded like you said
tonight.
something.
He was talking to someone else, not in the call.
Oh, okay.
At least I assume so.
I knew so. I'm an empath. I can read minds.
Alright,
Yeah.
I guess. But doesn't empath mean that you can read someone else's emotions?
Shut up.
off their mind? I think telepath is the word you're looking for.
I can read your mind right now, and I can tell you're wrong.
No. He can read their feelings. My
No, I
thoughts
think we've
will
had
follow
some
you into your
cannon
dreams.
shots before.
Yeah,
not
there we
common.
go. Now we got an Moira.
Wait, what just got said?
I think we got an Moira.
My thoughts will follow you into your dreams.
That is an Ammonia. There we go.
The white eager orchard. In the language of flowers, it says something entirely fucking different from what the hell they say in Amor. But don't worry.
The white eager orchard, in the language of flowers, it symbolizes the phrase, my thoughts will follow you into your dreams. Bored of standing...
Good phrase. Don't get me wrong. It's not accurate at all.
Hold on. I want to make a joke real quick, but I need to look something up to do it. Alright, here we go. The white egret orchid. In the language of flowers, it symbolizes happiness and love, and also the moon and water. A white egret orchid in bloom represents the ideal relationship between two people. Cool. Bored of standing in place and watching the television and shopping, I pull myself away from this happiness place with little effort. After living at Yamaku, the city seems like an entirely different world. No running in the halls, calm and orderly conduct is used at all times in the classroom. Students are to exit rooms after checking both directions for oncomers. Elevators are reserved for movement impaired students. Single file on stairs. Compared to such strict, almost regimental standards, the shitty? Alright, cool. The city's shopping arcade might as well be a strange kind. While the school may have its fair share of hustle and bustle during the festival, the outside world is much different. It's strange, having lived in a metropolitan city before my accident, this should feel more natural than not in the surrounding town Everglade. Yet, it feels foreign somehow. The elevated walkways and tall buildings, each adorned with billboards taller than any three people, don't do anything to distract me from the passing crowd's reaction. He keeps one hand on my shoulder, the other holding the cane, which taps the ground like a metronome in steadiness. Looking over to her, that neutral smile of hers still holds. Having only seen her in a school uniform, I'd not have recognized her as she sat on the bench waiting for me to come, if not for her cane propped up against her in a distinctive pair. I can't tell whether they're glancing at her due to her height, her foreign looks, her obvious blindness, or all three. Not that any of those would make the situation any less uncomfortable than this. Do you have any ideas of where to look first, Lisa? Her soft voice breaks me out of my line of thought. I can't imagine that she's
Fucking damn. Sorry.
Okay, what?
Brute forcing my homework, and I'm out of attempts now.
Oh no!
I know, like I'm out of like answer checks.
Yikes.
Wow.
Okay. I can't imagine that she's failing to notice the... I can't imagine that she's failing to notice the attention she garners, but she seems unfazed by it. I I get the feeling she's the type to enjoy walking outside, so she might be used to it by now.
Not really. This is my first time in the city, so I've got no idea of where to go.
She furrows her brow in thought, planning a route for us to take. Come to think of it, a way to communicate it. Something I noticed in the time I've been with her is how, when deep in thought, she lacks close to any form of body language to show it. Her expression may change, but not a hint of movement shows. She seems to have little in the way of sweeping physical gestures in general, though, so I've assumed it's part of her reserved nature. Is there a large electronics store here? I'll take a look around, notifying the clothing store. After a few seconds, I notice a store with a bright blue sign some distance away that fits a description.
Yeah, there's a Best Buy just a bit ahead of us. Should we go in that direction?
Okay.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
There's also McDonald's to the right. Or a McDonald's if we're being anime.
Big Ron's.
Yeah, a big diggity.
Let's go to Mickey's.
Mickey Ron.
Anybody want to get a burger at the D?
Okay, I guess.
The QD.
Yeah. We could have a whole ass tangent on how many different variations of McDonald's there is, and how I love saying all of them at random whenever I mention it.
They should make one with an X. Zick Ronald's.
Zick
Mm.
Ronald. Zick Ronald.
What's the element? Xenon?
Oh, I've totally got it.
That would be XE.
At this point, I should have marked that down ages ago.
XE would be Xenon.
Don't make me start singing the periodic table song.
Don't get me started on Rondons.
Rondon.
Ron John Silvers.
Different
Yo, is
company.
that a GameStop? I thought those were extinct.
I hate to break it to you, that's an EB Games.
Oh man.
Thankfully, it's just the information she needed. With a nod, we start off and head towards Lily's unknown destination, landmarks we can guide.
I heard there's an art store or an art gallery around here called 22nd Corner though. Ice cream.
New image.
It's funny because we were talking about ice cream earlier.
It all comes full circle.
Oh, yeah, not everyone put their...
Priest was
Thanks.
eating ice cream at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah.
Lily
Wait
and
for it,
Hisa will
we
be
got-
eating ice cream at the end.
What do we got? We got dark cherry, pistachio. Ooh, I'm gonna say that's.
That looks like vanilla.
Ooh, pecan. I'm gonna go with pecan because there's dots in it. That's
Pomegranate on the very far right?
Might be like a
I'm not sure
raspberry
what-
sorbet.
I don't know
or
why I
something
thought
like that.
pomegranate, actually.
No. The one to the right of the one I said was pecan. We're looking at the second to the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I was not going.
Could be Rocky. No, not Rocky Road. Rocky Road's
Yeah,
bound.
it's Moose Tracks, maybe. I'm gonna say
The
Moose
fuck is
Tracks.
Moose Tracks?
It's just like white ice cream with a little bit of chocolate, and these things called Moose Tracks that knock off Rolos.
Huh.
After that, I'm gonna say that one's cookie dough,
I would agree. I would agree with that being cookie dough.
and we had the bottom left. I'm gonna say that one's vanilla because it's almost out.
Okay.
And then the dots in there were just the cell shading, and then let's see,
Mint
strawberry,
Moose Tracks. Oh, what?
obviously. That's Rocky Road for sure, 100%. Ooh, I don't know what that one is though.
Really
Maybe
fucked
that
up
one.
Neapolitan?
Raspberry swirl kind of thing.
Yeah, raspberry swirl, and then that last one's probably strawberry cheesecake.
The last one looks more like a sorbet to me because it has that really dark
Oh
color.
shit! Nope, you're right. You're right.
No, I want ice cream.
Shame! This is painful. Go quickly. Get this image
we
up.
don't have anyone voicing store owner.
Oh,
Here you go.
There you go.
One vanilla, one-
chocolate. Oh, sorry, Mariah.
We'll all voice them at the same
All
time.
right, all right,
Okay,
all right, all right, get
ready?
ready. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Here you
One
go.
vanilla,
One
one
vanilla,
chocolate.
one chocolate.
Really? 4 different pieces?
That actually worked remarkably better than I thought it would.
I want to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hand the money over the counter and take the cones to the railing that Lily is sitting on. I can't believe I let her trick me into like this. She not only led me to an ice cream stall, but also got me to buy her some. At least she gave me the money for hers.
Then what the fuck are you complaining about?
I was about to say, the store owner has foreheads. The
She
store owner's a Cerberus. Or a Hydra. Take your
Wait, 4.
I
Did
just
someone
like to
speak?
think I like to think that the whole gimmick is it's like a barbershop quartet and they're all really enthusiastic.
Welcome, 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 welcome.
Barbershop.
We should do a quartet next time we're in
Barbershop
Colorado together.
quartet.
That sounds horrible. I agree.
That would
There's
be
no
so
one.
cursed, but also
I would
so much
rather.
fun.
I would least rather do a barbershop quartet with.
Quintuplet.
Let's do this.
Sure enough, she's patiently waiting where I'd left her. I guess she was planning on making the day an event rather than a simple shopping trip.
Ice cream.
I call out to her and slowly place the vanilla cone in her outstretched hands, being careful to make sure she has a good hold of it before letting go. At least her tastes are fairly normal. I was worried she'd ask for some weird flavor when she first asked. Are you racist against ice
You
cream
want
flavors?
pistachio? I don't know if this relationship is gonna work, man.
Sherbert, what are you, some sort of fucking creature?
Hey! Never shit on a sorbet, bitch.
Not sorbet, sherbet.
There's a
Sherbet
difference.
is a sorbet. What?
There's a difference.
Oh, I still like sherbet.
You were...
No, they're both
Wait, does
good.
Dairy
It's just
Queen serve
sherbet
ice cream?
and sorbet are two different things. Sherbet is a
Yeah,
frozen
Kane, get
dessert
your ice
made
cream
with
straight.
juice added to milk or cream,
Someone-
egg white, or gelatin. And if you take a look at sorbet, I think it's just is a frozen dessert.
Sugar. And water.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorbets do not contain dairy products, while sherbets do. That is the difference.
Okay, I need help real quick. What does Dairy Queen actually serve?
Soft
Ice
serve
cream.
ice cream. Specifically soft serve.
Okay.
And burgers. But
And
we don't care
breads,
about
yes.
that.
And this is where I get confused.
IHOP moment.
Well, I think it's like they specialize in dairy products like milkshakes and soft serve ice cream, but they have burgers and stuff as well.
Are their burgers good? Like
I don't know. I've never
and in
eaten
two
Dairy
lanes,
Queen.
do they pull it off?
I have heard that well, I don't work there anymore. I have heard that Dairy Queen's burgers are rather good, but their best item are their chicken strips.
Oh right, you're vegetarian. I was like, wouldn't you have eaten the burgers?
Yeah.
We suddenly it all makes sense.
I forgot that as well.
At least her tastes are fairly normal. I was worried she'd ask for some weird flavor when she first asked. I did already read that. Disgusting.
Here's the
I have to
change,
drop the class.
shithead.
I got an 87%
All right.
What?
because I can't fucking figure out this last one.
Well, here, screen
No,
share
no.
for me and I'll help you.
Nah.
My dignity.
We can't let this
No.
become an actual bingo square, guys.
Yeah. Thank you for your help, but I'm good.
All right,
I have most of it. I'll get partial credit on the thing.
fair enough, I guess.
It's okay.
I think I got a 90.
It's okay. Keep it.
What the?
Holy fucking shit, I got a 94.
Nice. Excellent work, my friend.
Thank you.
I moved to protest, but realized the futility of doing so over such a small amount.
Okay, I never would have gotten the full thing right. I was thinking it was like 5 entries. It won't tell me what the right answers are, but I was missing 8 entries.
Shit.
Oh.
Yeah. I got the second half of it right though, so somehow.
I moved to protest, but realized the futility of doing so over such a small amount. I slipped the coin into my pocket, supplementing my meager allowance ever so slightly. Lily shows no signs of wanting to get up, so I take a seat beside her and start eating my own ice cream.
Be slurpy. The summer weather's nice. Hopefully it'll hold out for a while.
You two? Beginning to think I'm the only person who prefers winter. I fall in the same boat. I do like winter.
Ah, yes, same here.
I can't stand the heat. I just don't like
All works as well.
Ditto.
I'm sorry, but summer sucks.
it. I contemplate her statement for a long moment.
Yeah, I think you might be.
There are at least 3 people right here who disagree. It draws the
hear, like-
intended reaction. She's cute when she's pouting.
Still, I can't really imagine what's so good about winter. You can't go out without bundling up and you'll still freeze anyway.
I used to live further north, so there'd be plenty of snow to play in, so it's a little nostalgic. I don't like the heat very much either.
Lee's our type of person. At least you can wear a skirt, so I don't complain about that.
She gives an amused giggle as we both get back to finishing off our already melting cones. I idly sit and watch the crowds going by as we eat, catching bits and pieces of conversation. Looking to Lily, I see her dutifully licking her ice cream from the top down, blissfully unaware of the fact that it's beginning to melt.
I don't see how she'd be unaware of that, but whatever. She would feel it on her fucking hands. It's melting.
Where?
Down a bit.
She lowers her mouth from the top of the cone, but has no idea of exactly where the ice cream is dripping. What follows is a game of guiding her left and right until she finally finds it.
Just imagine there's an ice cream cone in her hand right now.
No. To any onlooker, it must seem absolutely bizarre. The girl with her eyes closed turning her cone over and over as the guy next to her gives her instructions. A strange variant of childhood blindfolded games, maybe? In good time, we finally finish our treats and while away the time conversing casually. I feel like the game has not used the phrase while away in any other group with this one.
Whiling the hours away.
It just goes to show that there's multiple writers, I guess.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da.
Not mid-sentence, Lily perks her head in her trademark manner. It's an unmistakable sign that something's caught her attention. Ah.
You hear that, Hisa? It sounds like a bitch. Oh.
Which means, conversely, that you sound like a bitch, because you voice it.
Yes.
You have played yourself.
Anyway, go back a line.
Fair enough.
What is it?
Is Akira somewhere over there? I think I heard her. I raise an eyebrow as I look in the direction she's facing, somewhat doubtful of her ability to pick out Akira's low voice in the din. And I hit the mute button. Sure enough,
Akira's pretty distinctive.
Sure enough, though, a blonde girl in a suit can be seen to be tiny gaps between people walking every which way. I raise a hand and wave, trying to catch their attention.
Sato! Hey, Sato!
She stops in her tracks and looks towards me, evidently noticing my calls. As she does, I notice someone walking beside her. I can't get a good look at whoever it is, though, before the two begin walking towards where we are. As they reach us... What the fuck is this song?
Oh, I turned off music. That's why it's so quiet. Wait, what do you mean? What is this song?
Ease. Thank you, CD.
Thank God, I was gonna say afternoon.
I was about to say generic happy music, so... CD coming in clutch, as usual. As they reach us, Lily and I stand and dust ourselves off. Akira?
Which dust we got from
Futari-domo. Oh my god, that was so fucking weird. Hideaki!
Why are you here?
You're the fabled boyfriend? That does not seem right.
That is not right.
I know.
She nods towards the girl, She nods towards me, a gesture which I quickly return. My gaze shifts towards the young girl next to her, and our eyes meet. As they do, Akira plops a hand onto her head, a move which doesn't seem to faze her.
Fudge. I don't remember the voice.
Let's give him a nasally quiet voice.
I don't believe we met. I'm Hideaki. Pleased to meet you, Hisao.
Pretty much, yeah, that's about what you used to do.
Edo.
The guy's name, huh? Is attached to her head. He bows, somewhat restrained by Akira's hand being on his head. Oh, Hideaki's here too. Are you well?
No. Akira's been taking good care of me, thank you.
Akira grins as if to affirm the point and rubs his head hard, dragging it around in a circular motion. His dreary face during this is somewhat amusing.
Uncle's out on business again, so I'm just taking him around town for today. I'd have preferred to be spending the day on a date with my boyfriend, but...
Hideaki gives a cough to try and try and redirect Akira's thoughts. As he does so, though, I find mine wandering. They're related? And further, as first cousins? I suppose that explains why she's taking care of me in any case.
Come to think of it, Hideaki, how'd you know my name?
Akira told me. Being a Yamaka student, I suppose you're disabled in some way?
Not everyone in Yamaku's disabled.
Which I only learned a handful of days ago. I give silent thanks to Shizune and Misha for their stream of information about how the school works. Because I found out that since the school will accept practically anybody suffering from non-mental disabilities, it doesn't discriminate against healthy people either. It seems unlikely that many in good health would enroll there, though. While the standard of education is pretty high, it's extremely isolated and very much focused on helping disabled
Lidocaine, you're
students.
playing with Lidocaine. You're dodging the question.
Damn you, Shark. Before he can say another word, though, he decides to take a stab at himself.
I were to call it myself. Your heart?
Okay, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Not at all like what Misha guessed.
I was
That was
half
Rick who
expecting to
guessed
say,
that.
is the problem in
Oh
your
wait,
pants?
never mind, yeah.
I was expecting a return of that joke. Akira looks mildly curiously at me, her interest piqued as well. That sure was a lucky guess.
How did you...
He just looked the part. You show no missing limb. You seem hardly see so. You show no missing limbs or deformities, or so external disabilities are out.
I could be missing toes.
Sure, he said. Considering the lack of any strange mannerisms, it's also unlikely that you have any mental disability.
But Yamaku doesn't take mentally disabled students.
I know. Leaving that aside, the only possibility left is that of internal disabilities.
Or,
Could be my
you know,
lungs.
something in your pants.
I didn't know which one you might bear, so I guessed correctly, as it turns out. And your reaction confirmed my guess.
More than a little bemused, I look to Akira. She grins and shrugs, obviously taking some enjoyment out of her partner's deductions. He's sharp, yes, but more than a little unsympathetic. Logical, but lacking in tact. His attitude reminds me of Shizune. In a way, as do his looks.
May I ask you why you're staring at me? Surely I'm not an unusual specimen.
Does he not know how unusual he looks? I could overlook the spats in clothing as just being coincidental, but the ribbon in his hair really is too much.
What is spats?
I think the shorts?
Biking shorts?
Shortening of spatterdashes or spatterguards are a type of classic footwear accessory for outdoor wear, covering the instep and the ankle.
Oh.
So I'm guessing it's those weird star things. Actually, wait, no. Whatever, never mind.
This is entirely beside the point, though.
Sorry, you just remind me of someone.
Akira gives him a sharp jab with her elbow.
I told you you're not that much different from them.
Column 6, row 3? Column 6, row 3. Which is Googling a definition, which we got a while ago. If that's the one you're referring to, CD. He coughs into his hand. Googling a definition? No, we got that at the beginning of the stream.
We always have.
He coughs into his hand to try and maintain an upright and serious demeanor.
Uh-oh, I lost the tab. See, you've met my sister then. Perhaps my full name might help you. I'm Hideaki Hakamichi. You're probably thinking of my sister, Shizune Hakamichi.
Oh, so he's Shizune's brother. Wait a minute. If Hideaki is the son of Akira's uncle, and Shizune is his sister, then that means Lily and Shizune's fathers are brothers. Therefore,
What? Lily and Shizune are first cousins?
Lily groans in an uncharacteristically unrestrained manner. The reaction earns an amused smirk from her sister. Enmity between the That is how you pronounce that, right?
Enmity, yes.
I'm pretty sure we've looked up that exact word before on stream.
Yes.
We totally have.
The enmity between the two just took on another meaning. I had thought it's simply a matter of difficulty of communication between the two, but a family feud makes things much more complicated.
You can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family.
She gives a half-hearted shrug. She mustn't give as much weight to the two's conflict as I do.
Well, that's how it is. What are you two up to on this fine day?
We're shopping for Hanukkah's birthday present. The day will be coming up soon, so this is the last chance we'll have before school starts again for the week. Akira makes a strange face, as if Lily had just said that the sky wasn't blue and the clouds not white.
Isn't her birthday on the 10th next month?
Yes, why? Is something wrong? Akira's face seems to collapse. It's an utterly unbefitting expression for someone so rowdy and headstrong.
The folks didn't call you yet.
As Lily shakes her head cluelessly, I look at Hideaki to see if he knows anything about this. A simple shrug is his only answer. For a moment, Akira ponders what to do before smiling once again. The fact that she could hide her emotions so quickly and effectively is unsettling.
Hey, Shorty, I'm sorry, but could you hang out with Hisao for a little bit? A wee stretch of time.
He nods and waves her off, Akira placing an arm on Lily's shoulder as she guides her away out of earshot. And so, I'm alone with Shorty.
So, nice weather, isn't it?
It seems so.
I guess they dumped us.
Indeed.
What a farcical attempt at small talk. I've got no idea how to talk to this guy, and his robotic responses aren't helping. Blood in a stone come to mind.
Why?
Without another word, he begins to rock on his feet in an obvious gesture of boredom with this discussion. He really is like a little kid, despite his serious demeanor. Suspecting the conversation over, I decided to accomplish what I came here to do in the first place.
Search for a present. Coming?
Not much else to do.
In a little while, we come to a small shop beside a convenience store. For once, the store windows aren't filled with electronics and computer games, but dolls, stuffed bears, and all manner of wood-crafted oddities.
Othello's Antiques?
Antique store? Well, if there's anything in this town that'd suit Hanukkah, I guess it'd be here. I reach for the old-looking door handle, but pull back at the last minute as I realize my companion's gone adrift.
Not coming in?
I'll just be in the newsstand for a while. Don't mind me.
His voice makes it painfully clear he has zero interest in what's in the store, but he doesn't feel obligated to follow me. As he wanders off without another word, I push the thick wooden door and enter the store, a bell above me ringing out. The musty smell of old books and wooden shelves is distinctly anachronistic. I look to the counter beside the door. The graying man behind it sits there silently, reading a tattered book. He certainly fits the look of the place. Slowly wandering through the aisles, the person I'm reminded of as I expect each handcrafted or imported oddity in turn isn't Hanako. Crouching down, I examine the ancient oak desk inside the shop window. At least 30 dolls, all varying wildly in size and make. The only similarity between them is the long Victorian dresses they wear. I turn the price tag of one that looks to be about waist height. It's not in my price bracket, at all. I do the same to each of them, getting more and more depressed as they get smaller and smaller in size. That is, until I reach the very smallest one. It's affordable, just... What? It's affordable, just yet of quality make and with long auburn hair and a little blue dress. I decide it's the kind of present Hanukkah would appreciate. Pretty looking and far from gaudy. As I carefully pick it up, I decide to keep looking around the store. I'm not sure whether it's because I like the atmosphere or out of simple curiosity. Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys. What the fuck is going on with my ear? Sorry.
That
It's
guy to the
hearing,
left looks like kind of like
perhaps too
Markiplier.
much.
No,
That does kind of look like Markiplier. I don't like that.
No, I'm just getting this like intermittent shooting pain in my right ear, and it's really obnoxious.
Gross.
Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys, from toy cars to intricate automatons. Tucked behind... Ugh, Christ. Can my fucking ear... Hold on.
Yeah, right?
It is
Yeah.
actually very distracting and quite painful. Alright.
You got an ear infection or something?
No, my ears just are always fucky-wucky.
Oh.
Tucked behind a line of nutcrackers, I notice a little plain wooden box. It feels surprisingly light as I pick it up with my free hand. The lid only needs the smallest movement to pop open. The little metal drum inside begins to rotate immediately. Was the music box in Lily's route?
No.
Then this
No,
is
that
another
wasn't in
track
Hanukkah.
on the
Or
soundtrack.
Hanukkah's route.
I meant Hanukkah.
Yes.
Yes, Hanukkah's route. Thank you for understanding, even though... Yes, this is where this song plays. Then there was another song on this soundtrack that you hadn't heard yet, Kane. Or that we hadn't heard in game, at least. For seconds on end, I simply stand there listening to the palm-sized melody. As it plays, I take the tiny price tag in my fingers and bring it up to my face. The minuscule cursive writing taking some effort to read. It's affordable, sort of. Grimacing slightly, I close the lid and make my way to the counter with doll and music box in hand. When I lay the two on the counter, the man behind it sits up and takes stock of them. He doesn't hide very well his surprise at someone of my age buying them. It's painful, but I hand over the money for the two and leave the store with a small opaque bag in hand.
Did he ever speak? I was gone for like that whole scene.
No. You genuinely managed to come back right when Hideaki showed up.
No, not Hideaki. The man in the store.
Oh.
He didn't say anything
No,
this time.
we did not get old man lines today.
What?
Hideaki being there takes me by surprise.
Oh.
I like that.
I thought you'd be at the newsstand.
Oh, wait, fudge. Less than 10.
Probably the most remote sprite in the game. As in the least seen, the hardest to get to, or the one that deviates the most from the game's style. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by most remote sprite.
I mean, you really only see what? Oh, fudge! I was kept waiting for
Oh yeah,
you.
Aoi Okeiko's 2 lines, fair enough.
Ekro gave me a call. He's waiting for us at the fountain with Lily.
At least that solves the issue of trying to find them again. I feel like I misread that line. Give me a second. No, I didn't. I read it correctly. We head off back to the fountain. Hideaki's immaculate posture and presentation, despite his appearance, makes for a strange contrast even as we walk. Lily and Akira stand there waiting for us, their faces hard to read.
Hey, you ready to go, shorty?
Hideaki's mood seems to improve as he rejoins her.
See you, Lily. Peace out. And tell Hanako I said happy birthday. Well, we will. And bye.
Goodbye, Akira. And with that, the two disappear into the
Fracas.
fracas, sure. The fracas of the afternoon city crowd. Turning to Lily, I notice she's carrying a small bag. It's now that I realize why her disposition felt different from before. While Lily's typically the type to wear her emotions on her sleeve, her expression and tone are clouded and difficult to read. It's more than a little off-putting, but given the effort she's making to hide her emotions, I doubt she wants to be concerned. She wants to be concerned on why she's feeling this way.
Already bought Hanako a present?
Yes, have you?
Yeah.
Shall we head back to the bus stop then?
Okay. There should be a bus back to Yamaku pretty soon.
And with that, we begin to walk. It feels strange compared to before. Lily's hand on my forearm feels unusually tense and the whole atmosphere is extraordinarily awkward. The silence continues for a long while. I really don't like seeing it like this. Hanako's birthday party is going to have to be held earlier. Is the 4th going to be alright for you? I have no other possible obligations anyway, so I reflectively murmured. Only afterwards do I remember that doing so is pointless, and quickly answer so by speech. She tries to collect herself, and taps me, looks almost pitiable in how plain it is to see how distant her thoughts are. Sorry, Lisa. You said the boss would be coming soon, right?
That's right.
But now that she says that, I have an idea.
Actually, do you have anything to do later today?
I don't believe so. Why do you ask?
This is the point where I normally take your hand and rush you somewhere, but even without that, you'll have to trust me, okay?
I take her hand and gently lead her up, with her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity. As the waitress sets the cup of tea and coffee that I'd ordered onto the table, I thank her before she takes her leave.
It's the same
told
cafe.
I really lucked out in finding this cafe. Huh?
It's the same cafe. It's a Comico.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't really know where I was going. Rather, I was just looking for any cafe that looked relatively nice. Having managed to recover a little, Lily tentatively sips at her cup as I take a long gulp of the coffee in front of me. As I hoped, her face lights up as she realizes what flavor it is. Ah, this is wonderful. Lisa, how did you know this was... I'd asked for French vanilla black tea, hedging my bets that it would be her favorite flavor, or at least one she liked. While I don't really know that much about tea, it sounded like one she might appreciate. On the basis of her liking vanilla ice cream. A tea connoisseur, I definitely am not.
It was a lucky guess. You really like tea, don't you?
Because
Because you're a Brit.
She puts her teacup down and gives a tiny nod. That familiar small smile thankfully perched on her face once again. Drinking tea is calming, I think.
The amount you drink, you sure you're not addicted to it? Caffeine addiction's pretty common nowadays.
Did I ever
Don't
say
call
I
me out,
wasn't?
Lisa.
You say drinking coffee?
At 10?
Huh?
10?
Oh, I don't
No,
think he was
Isao's
referring.
drinking coffee.
I thought you were referring to Whiskers.
Oh, I was not referring to Whiskers.
Well, you see, I do have a cup now. I can't actually do that. Leo might be able to, but I can't.
I can go to bed basically right after I drink coffee. It's a special skill. Mostly
That's
because
horrible.
I'm usually so sleep deprived that it doesn't matter.
That's not
Yeah,
a
that's a
skill.
problem
That's
you should fix, Leo.
That's bad.
Guys, I'm not sleep deprived right now. I actually got a full night of sleep last night. Leave me alone.
And he won't get one
Yay.
for the rest of the week.
Yep, not happening.
Hey, I will get another good night of sleep tonight. And
We're gonna keep walking to you until you fix this like every night. At least like 5 out of the 7 nights.
You know who's not gonna get a good night of sleep if we don't hurry up?
Oh yeah, good point. Go,
Alright,
go, go.
hold
We
on.
gotta end this thing. Go.
she lets out a giggle
Sorry,
as
man.
my head drops.
I got homework.
We all have our vices, I suppose, and there are worse things to be addicted to.
Crack. French vanilla black tea, huh?
By
I'll have to
default,
remember
yes.
that. You don't happen
while,
to
we-
smoke any. Sorry, go on.
For a while, we both silently drink. It's comforting to have someone like her nearby in such new surroundings, even if it's just the two of us sitting in silence. I begin to wonder if this feeling is the same for her, until she sets down her cup. Isao, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question?
That depends on the question, I guess.
I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one, after all. I almost reply before realizing why this seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange.
My favorite color? But
She gives a pouting look, wanting me to answer anyway. While the other seems to be unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it.
always had a thing for green. I'd say that's my favorite.
That's lovely uniforms.
Green, is it? What things do you think of when contemplating that color?
I suppose grass fields and trees in summer. The army as well, with camouflage.
Does the JSDF usually wear camouflage?
Yes,
I have
most
no idea.
military do. Actually, all military do.
Well, I know. it's
Only
just-
the British
I
back
mean-
in 1776. that were
No,
red.
I'm just saying because I normally
You normally
You
I
think of black, right?
associate
with
I
ours.
associate green with army uniforms, but I'm not sure if I would associate green as much with JSCF uniforms. I know I've seen the JSCF in anime wearing camouflage.
Their uniforms are very green by default.
JSDF?
Yes.
I'm
Let
going
me.
to
I will post an image in Leo's den of the JSDF.
Green or black, but mostly green.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very green. Alright. I think I've seen the black ones more often, to be honest.
That's just an anime thing, really.
Yeah.
Well, I literally... Okay, fair enough. Actually, it looks like the black ones are a little bit more ceremonial. That might be why.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Alright, shall we wrap this scene up?
Men always seem to like the military. But that sounds like a nice color. A very nice color. The other thing I'll say is I do really like the color green, but I've never really liked the camouflage color of green.
Yeah, it's kind of different. I think he just needs to be more specific about what type of green he's talking about.
She nods her head a little, as if approving of the choice. Considering how foreign the concept of color is to her mind, labeling it by association seems reasonable enough.
If everyone has a favorite color, then what's yours?
White. I'm told that's the color of snow, and of ice cream.
God, you are... There's so much you have not seen. And that really just hit me until... That really didn't hit me until just now. Like, most people know what a military uniform looks like. Lily has never seen or probably even met anyone in the military before, so she has no concept of what they look like.
Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy. You're not better than me, then, if you only like that color because of a favorite food. I guess white is nice though too. And speaking of colors, it'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you up.
Lily offers her hand, which I take in mind to help lever her up from her seat at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm not really used to such casual contact. It doesn't seem to bother her at all, though. While it seems obvious why, it feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her. As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off.
Don't worry, I'll pay for this.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. She gives an earnest smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words.
I am quite a gentleman.
Bullshit.
Don't worry about it.
By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark. We make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events. While I'm still concerned over Lily's withdrawn nature after meeting with her sister, the fact that I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. But it feels like the air between us has changed. Maybe it's only a bit, but it's something I don't think either of us realized before. That was a date, wasn't it? It was. That doesn't elude either of us. The question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling is bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is, I certainly can't be sure, but it feels like something a little more than friendship. Understanding, empathy, searching for words to adequately describe it is difficult. Nonetheless...
Would you like to do this again sometime, Lily? Without shopping for presents?
The tentative question is met with the same look from Lily as before. Her pale skin makes the rosy tint of her cheeks just slightly more noticeable, and her face, though still pointed to the street ahead of her, lowers. Just a little. Okay. That was a very long scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
We're
real.
also at 10:23.
I don't think it was I don't think it was Shanghai level, but it was quite long. Oh shoot. Oh, I know what that means. Well, gentlemen, that was quite fun. I suppose we shall have to wrap it up for today. CD, that is 2 3-hour streams in the same week. Is it the return of the old Leo Arcturus? Absolutely not. I'm not doing 6-hour streams anymore. I
Rob?
can't do that anymore. I just can't.
How early do you usually have to get up on the days after Katawa Shoujo?
Depends.
Marak?
Huh?
I was asking
Oh,
Marak.
you're asking Marak.
What's up?
I know you. How early do you usually have to get up after these streams?
Not super early, but I like to get like 8 hours of sleep, and I have to wake up a little earlier tomorrow to finish them studying.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That is fair enough.
Whoops,
Well,
sorry.
let's wrap up the stream. Wanted to chat with you guys real quick about some stuff for the rest of the week. Other than that, I think that'll do it for this stream. Had a lot of fun today. Certainly got off to a good start with Lily's route. Anyways, I enjoyed it very much. You are quite
Peace,
welcome,
lad.
CD. We shall see you in the next stream. Ciao.
Becoming British at the very end, yes.
Everyone is becoming British now. It is just
Yes.
it is the way of the world. Ciao.